Good evening, people. Good evening, and welcome to the Mingle, the midweek Mingle. Norski will be joining us. It's all kicking off, really. Norski's doing his thing, and everyone's doing their thing, and Arsenal were doing their thing, and they've made hard work of it. They've made really hard work of that. That was poor Chelsea team that was depleted with injuries. That game should have been put to bed, and if we'd have really turned the screw, people, that should have been a 4-1. To me, that should have been a 4-1, but it's ended up 3-2, and it's all to play for. I don't know what to make of it, to be honest, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sitting watching that game, and I'm thinking, up the tempo, keep possession, up the tempo, and we're winning this game easy. But Esteval on the right-hand side, I mean, he looked really impressive. I was really impressive with him. His end product weren't that good, but I was really impressed with him. And Timber on the left back there didn't really get to grips at any part of the game. Left back is not his position, clearly. Ben White, nice to see him back in the team. I thought he done okay. Nice little overlap for the goal. Gorkarez tap in after the goalkeeper had absolutely made a mess of it. He looked dodgy all night, the goalkeeper, if I'm going to be honest, the Chelsea goalkeeper. He didn't look comfortable in any single department. Releasing the ball when he had the ball at his feet, he looked really, really uncomfortable. Saka again just went through the motions, didn't really up here at any time. Wanted a little bit more from Saka, if I'm honest. Wanted a little bit more from Saka. Wanted a little bit more from my captain as well in a cup semi-final. Just wanted that little bit more from him. He just goes missing in big games. I don't see him commanding the midfield. I don't see him getting on the ball. I don't see him really doing anything commanding, really. So I was a bit disappointed with Odegaard again. I thought Gorkarez, that was one of his better games in an Arsenal shirt. You know, a nice little flick off for Zubamendi's goal, and he took that really, really well, to be honest. I'm glad he scored because he made a mess of Chelsea's goal when he slipped over and made that effort of a tackle. Again, defensively, got caught again. So he took his goal well, created the space. Nice little flick off from Gorkarez and took his goal really, really well. Gabriel and Saliba, nervy performance. Every time Chelsea got on the front foot, they done their job and Gabriel was solid, but it was nervy. It just looked nervy. Rice just was going through the motions. I think we was just all going through the motions. I don't know how we scored 3 goals, if I'm going to be honest with you. It all looked it just looked bitty again. It didn't look free-flowing, you know? It looks kind of stop, start. Nothing's really clicking in that final third for me. And if we really get going on that, I think we should have put the tie to bed. Now we've got a tough game on our hands because they're going to have Palmer back, they're going to have James back, they're going to have Caicedo back. And the manager's going to have a couple of more weeks working with the manager. And big up with their manager. I'm impressed with him. Because at 3-1, he made changes there. And he went for it. I mean, I think at one point he put 3 at the back and he took off Fofana. And his in-game management was quite spot on, really. So tie is wide open. Martinelli came on, runs around. Trossard had a good first half. Didn't really do much in the second half at all, people, for me. And I thought Arteta got the substitutions a little bit wrong. He took off Rice and we looked all over the place again. We lost our shape. And that's our first team we're playing. That's our strongest 11. That's the team that will line up in a Champions League. That's the team that's going to line up against Nottingham Forest. And we've come out with a 3-2 victory. You take it at the start of the game, of course you would. But for me, they've just made hard work of it. And I can't really. I'm trying to be upbeat. I'm trying to find myself thinking it was a good performance. It was an okay performance. Again, I'm not getting excited over it. I'm getting excited over the result because obviously two-legged cup tie, you'd rather be winning 3-2 than losing. But yeah, I don't know what you make of it. I don't know what you make of it. Normski will be joining me, obviously. Big up everyone that's in the chat. Big up everyone. Sahal, big up to you, my friend. Martin Tapp, big up to you, my friend, as well. Gaza 1948, mass big up. Yeah, this is on our chat. I thought so. I thought the substitutions were wrong. I think Odegaard should have come off, but then you know, he brought Marino on. He done a couple of nice touches. When he made the substitution, for me, again, you got to question his in-game management because he didn't know whether to stick or twist. The substitutions were the manager being in two minds. He didn't know whether to go attacking or whether to sit back and defend the lead. He didn't quite make his mind up. And then when he took off Rice, we just lost all our shape. But question marks again over Odegaard again. I mean, he was pretty much non-existent for me. You know, Zubamendi had a tidy game, got caught defensively, as he always does. That's just what he does. But yeah, 3-2. Gorkarez huffs and puffs, got his goal. I'm not being funny. My mum could have scored that. I'm not being funny. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if you're missing them chances, then you ain't a striker. He got the assist. He worked hard. He hustled and bustled. But I think in the first half, he had less touches than anyone. So there's still question marks there. Saka, I mean, has he gone levels? I wanted more from Saka, if I'm a bit brutally honest. I wanted more. I'm not happy, man. Arteta's fetish with Havertz is ruined this. Yeah, 100%. It's waiting round the corner. We're leaking goals as well, you've noticed. We're leaking goals. We are leaking goals. You know, that weren't a full strength Chelsea team. That was not a full strength Chelsea team, and they caused us problems. I like that Estevez. I think he's a good player. I think if they'd have had that little bit of quality again, I thought they were panicking in certain situations. You know, they was trying to rush it a little bit too much, Chelsea. They just needed to put their foot on the ball in certain situations. Who knows? They might get their act together in the second leg. How are we going to be? Are we going to have injuries? Because, as I said, we've made hard work of it. We've made hard work of that. And to be honest with you, that game should have been put to bed. Best teams in Europe are putting them teams to bed. Best teams in Europe, that tie's over. Just like Man City did against Newcastle. 2-0. 2-0, 2-goal buffer. Tie's dead. Arsenal rock up at Stamford Bridge. We go 2-0 up, 2-1. Then we go 3-1 up. And we're thinking, yeah, okay. It's in our hands again now. We can relax now. And then in they come again. And Garnacho, all credit to him, took his second goal well. That weren't easy. That wasn't an easy hit, but he took it very, very well. Big up KKK. Timber was awful. Yeah, he had a tough time. He did have a tough time, and that was my worry. That was my worry going into the game. I just felt that we'd get overloaded in the left back and the right back position. Luckily enough, we didn't too much on the right hand side. On the left hand side, we got overloaded quite a bit. He had a bit of a torrid time, Timber, to be honest. I would have taken a 1-goal lead before the game, but have to have Oh yeah, you take a 1-goal lead. I'd have taken a 1-0, definitely. I think the frustrating thing about it is when you have got 2 goals deficit, when you are 2-0 up, 3-1 up, and then they pull it back, and that's the annoying thing to me. The game, it could have been a lot easier. And I'm still disappointed with key players in this football team. As I said, the captain, Odegaard, Saka, the in-game management of the manager again. Again, didn't change it anything. You know, if you're going to take off Rice and you're going to bring on Marino and you're going to sort of be in two minds, at least be solid and keep the ball. 3-1 up, you just keep the ball. You just kill the game. Kill it. You know? But there you go. Big up DJB. I just think we, like every other season, are winging it and we'll be found out. If they'd have brought that back to 3-3, if they would have brought that back to 3-3, there'd be a lot of questions being asked. The fact that we've come away with a 3-2, a corner, a set piece again, and let's be honest, the second goal was a howler, wasn't it, by the goalkeeper? An absolute howler. You know, he's absolutely. We've not. Yeah, it's. Do you know what I mean? It's like a mistake by the goalkeeper. Good overlap by Ben White. Gorkarez, right place, right time. Can't knock him for that. But come on, the keeper's got to be doing better than that. I thought Kepa done all right, actually, to be honest. I thought Kepa done all right. Made a couple of saves. I thought he done all right. So, yeah. Big up DJB when Garnacho scores 2 goals. I can't be too confident. No. You couldn't write it, could you? You couldn't write it. Garnacho, of all the players, popping up with 2 goals. You could not write it, my friend. Big up all. They're missing a few key players, but the first goal in the second leg is key. Massively. They'd be up for that. They'd be up for that. When you're a team and you've got second wind like that, because let's be honest, their body language when we scored that third goal, they said, "This is it. Tie's over. We're done. We're done. We're done. We've just got to turn up at the Emirates, have a cup of coffee in at half time, grab a hot dog after the game, go home." The tie was done. Yeah. And now suddenly they've got that second goal. They're going to the Emirates now, 3-2. Man like Palmer's back. Caicedo's back. Reece James is back in the team. The manager's got another couple of weeks under his belt. So suddenly they're back in the tie, people. They're back in the tie. Saka did nothing. No. I'd have taken him off. Madueke should have come on. Saka's dropping a stinker. He didn't do anything. When he gets the ball, he's in two minds. He goes over far too easy now. He's not strong. He's, and I mean, what can I say? Cucurella pocketed Saka too. Kepa is weak as a kitten on corners. Yeah, he looks shaky on corners, Martin. I'll give you that. And free kicks, not commanding his decisions, are poor too. Zubamendi, give or take, had one of his better games by his standards. He done all right, Zubamendi. Listen, I'm not knocking Zubamendi. I thought he had a decent game. Defensively, he still looks a little bit vulnerable for me. Their second goal, he slipped over, and that's because he made the wrong decision, so he lost his footing. And then he tried to retrieve it, and he was, nowhere near it. And then they've gone on to score. But he did have one of his better games, and he took his goal very, very well. Nice little assist by Gorkarez, which he needed. I think if we get to the final and lose to City, it could break this team. If we don't get to the final, it could have a massive effect on this football team. Tonight's result will, because they know that they had 1 foot in the final. They know they've got 1 foot in the final. Now they've got to do it all again now. They've got to do it all again. Hey, DJB and Nulski. Yeah, Nulski will be along. I think he's doing his match he's doing his thing on his stream. So big up the Nulski. Shane's live as well. I think Lee's live as well. So it's all going on. You know what it's like midweek, guys. You know what it's like. We share the love. People. I just know Arteta will stink it out the second. See, this is it now, isn't it? What does he do? Good point, Nicholas. What does he do now? Does he go cautious? Does he go attacking? What does he do? Because if Chelsea nick a goal and bring it back to 3-3, that's game on. That is game on. 100%. Anything can happen. You get a sending off, you can get a penalty. The tie now is more open than what it should have been. This tie should have been put to bed. This was a poor Chelsea team. Injuries and suspensions. New manager. And we should have had that 3-1. You don't concede after that. Yeah, you just don't do it. You just don't do it. So, questions will be asked, and certain players were below par again. Certain players were below par. Odegaard, Saka. Yeah, I'll give Timber the benefit of the doubt because he left back. He looks way out of position. So I'm not mentioning Gorkarez tonight because he scored a goal, got the assist, and I'm happy for him. I'm pleased for him, to be honest. I'm really pleased for him because he does work hard. I mean, I'll give you that. He works hard and he's trying so hard. So I'll give him that. But again, Zubamendi had a decent game. Ben White had a half decent game on the right-hand side. Saliba and Gabriel, yeah, kept it solid, but I don't know. They just looked edgy to me. They didn't look calm for me. Saliba and Gabriel, they looked edgy. There was times when they were panicking a little bit, and they didn't need to be. Didn't need to be. As I said, I don't know what to make of the game. I mean, is it an opportunity lost again? I don't know. It's a typical semi-final under this manager. That's what I do know. And in-game management under this manager in big games, again, is found wanting. What can you say? What can you say? Said it on the OG's channel on Monday. I just accept. If Arsenal get over the line, they get over the line. I'm just accepting under this football manager the type of football that I'm seeing. Havertz over Eze in midfield. There you go. He had Eze to bring on. He brings on Marino. The questions have to keep being asked, people. You got man like Eze on the bench and he brings on Marino. So he's cautiously going about the game, not really going for it, not really putting Chelsea to bed. He's got one eye on that. He's got one eye of how can I not lose the game? He's in two minds, and that filters through to the players. How is Havertz getting minutes? Because it's his boy. Havertz is back. The Havertz sub was disgraceful. Jam boy, this is what we've got to put up with, my friend. Big up to you, my friend. It was very close, though, DJB. Big up in the chat and the mods. Yeah, I mean, listen. Credit to Chelsea. Their heads could have dropped. 3-1 down. They're at home. Their heads could have easily have dropped. They were buried at 3-1, weren't they? And we did we really get out of gear? I don't know. It just all looks awkward. It don't look free flowing. It looks awkward. Looks like when you've had a good time or you've been to a party and you've had a few drinks and you're walking home because you can't be bothered to get a taxi. You know what direction you're going in, but you just look awkward when you're walking along. You're trying to keep a straight line and trying to keep civil, but you're just all over the place. That's Arsenal at the moment. It just like they're trying, it just doesn't look right. I'm worried about Eze. He's finished, mate. He's finished, KKK. I keep telling you. He's on Wanyeri's settings. Wanyeri weren't even in the squad, by the way. He didn't even make bench tonight. You got Saka kicking stinkers left, right and centre. Yeah. Noni Madueke. when he played at Stamford Bridge the other week in the league game, looked awful going back to his old club. It would have been perfect for Wanyeri tonight. That game was perfect for Wanyeri tonight. Their defence all over the place, disjointed. It would have been perfect. Didn't even make bench. Eze didn't even get on the pitch. Brings on Marino. Why? Absolute crazy. Odegaard kicking a stinker left, right, and centre. Eze still on the bench. Odegaard running around, getting the ball, creating nothing, doing nothing. Eze still on the bench. He's probably thinking, what am I doing? Why did I leave Crystal Palace? Big up, Lux, my friend. Big up. DJ for the goal. Yes, Gorkarez was lucky with a keeper, but he was in on goal seconds before. Had a tap in, but Starboy didn't want to pass it to him as usual. Yeah, I saw that. Gok9 was fuming. You can see in the replay. Yeah, I see it, my friend. Good point. Thank you very much, Lux. Big up to you, my friend. Havertz was rubbish. Why isn't Eze coming on? This fucking manager. Get used to it, bro. Get used to it. This is where we are at the moment, my friend. This is where we are. Happy for Gorkarez. Look what happens when you whip in the ball at the first time I play the ball into the box. And not pretty, but good job done. Yeah. I'm happy for him. And do you know what? Wasn't it nice to see Ben White with his overlaps again like he used to? That sort of Saka and Ben White combination. Like rolling a few seasons, you know? That was nice to see, wasn't it? Nice to see. But welcome to the Mingle, everyone. Rao has to play second leg. Kepa isn't good enough from corners. Yeah, he looks a bit shaky, but we have the brother in the building. We have the one and only, the Noopski. What we saying, Noopski?
Mate. We made it hard for ourselves.
Game, my friend.
We made it hard for ourselves, man. Jeez. We made it hard for ourselves, man. Do you know what I mean? Listen.
Go on, man.
Go on. You go ahead.
No. I'll tell you what. I'll bring you in on this, Noopski, right? Because I've been talking to the chat, the elite chat. We've got 65 in. Big up to every single one of you.
Big up everybody. Big up.
I didn't quite know what to make of it because I'm thinking up the tempo, play with a little bit of freedom, and this is 4-5-0.
All right. DJ B, let me just stop you right there.
DJ, we just kept playing the same way.
DJ, let me stop you right there.
Go on, my friend.
I was on the phone to my mate, and I said, all we need to do, unless you were sitting in the front room with me while I was watching the game.
I've not spoken to you all night. This is the first time I've spoken to my
mate. I said to my mate, I could phone him now, and I said to him, all we need to do is step the tempo up, right, and we slap this side. That's all we need to do. Step the tempo up.
Up it. Yeah.
Up it, mate. Look, listen. I've got Victor. I'm shameless. I've got Victor Gorkarez as my backdrop today. And listen, he deserves it. He worked hard tonight. DJB worked hard tonight. Run the channels, caused the defenders like problems and whatever. Was in the right position. That's what you call a number 9 goal.
Yeah.
Ball gets played across. You're there. That's the position you need to be there. Score a goal. And I'm absolutely pleased for him. Zubamendi, I thought he had a great game tonight. But I want to bring up something, obviously, a bit later on with regards to our substitution. I don't know what was going on there. Leaving Zubamendi in the lone 6 away at Chelsea. What are you doing? Craziness. Saka, brother, literally, the guy is limping. DJB, the guy is limping.
He was poor again, wasn't he, Norms?
Poor.
Big up Shane for the raid, by the way. Big up, brother.
Big up, Shane, man. Big up every time. He was poor tonight, mate. Odegaard, poor. Jumping out of tackles, slowing the game down.
Big game again, Norms. Big game, no captain.
Big game, mate. Do you know what I mean? Listen, look, Trossard gets a yellow card in the 42nd minute. Trossard is Trossard, you know what I mean? When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. And when he's mediocre, he's mediocre. Tonight, I'll just say he was mediocre.
First half, he was all right. Second half.
Yeah.
Did they look tired to you, Norms? Did they look a bit leggy?
Yeah, Saka especially. I mean, I think it's because of this hamstring thing. I think Saka. I think Saliba, Gabriel. I thought they played well. Kepa. I tell you, he scares me when there's crosses coming. He absolutely scares me. Scares the living daylights out of me. Do you know what I mean? And listen, just move the ball quicker. That's all you need to do.
They can't.
You can beat this. You know what I mean?
In their
Just
DNA.
can't. And in my match reaction, right, DJ, in my match reaction, I said of all the people to score a goal against us, threw at that as well. Wasn't defended well. Again, mistake from Odegaard, lays the ball off. Zubimendi gets caught. Right, I think that was the only time, but he went to ground. It's ricocheted off of him, and then next thing you know what I mean, it goes out. My guy comes in. He's what do you call it? I think he was at the far post. No one's picking him up. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? I think that's why sometimes, like with Ben White, he gets his goal and assist tonight. Yeah, but just sometimes defensively, I don't think. Again, it's because he hasn't got the legs.
He done all right, Ben White.
He done all right. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
he done all right.
Hesitant.
I thought Timber had a nightmare.
You think so?
I thought. Yeah, he didn't. He got a bit cooked. He was on the back foot quite a bit. He's not a left back, is he?
No, he's not a left back. But I thought for what his role is, I didn't think it was brilliant. But I thought he didn't really have that much joy. I mean, yeah, he went on the outside and stuff like that. But Timber definitely was a right back. But I'll tell you this now, right, DJ. I would rather Timber there than Miles Lewis-Skelly. Put it that way.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Probably I'm a little bit harsh on Timber because my standards for I've seen Timber on,
I get it. Yeah, I think if you're looking at
when he had the ball in certain situations and he's going forward, he looked really, really good.
Yeah,
but they was exploiting his side all the time, weren't they?
Yeah.
Esteval, he run him sometimes and he didn't know whether to stick or twist, and he was sometimes on the back foot quite a lot. But listen, Esteval's a good player, Norms.
He's a good player, yeah. He's a good player.
Esteval is a dangerous player. He is a good player.
And the thing about it, DJB, right? The second leg, they're going to have Caicedo back. They're going to probably have James back. They're probably going to have Cole Palmer back.
This is it. This is what I've been saying.
And that's why you need that 2-goal lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was thinking 2-0 up, right? Coasting, and the same. We was coasting. Do you know what I mean? When I say coasting, not coasting like we should have just put that game totally to bed, because they were playing with a back four that hadn't played together, right? And not only that. They were taking chances playing out the back, and a lot of the times they were getting caught. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If we just had our shooting boots on, you know what I mean? I think we had a total of like something like 16 shots. And I think of those 6 were on target. I think that was the stats I read. I might be wrong, but and Moreno. Yeah, Moreno.
So why ain't he bought on it? See, I
don't know.
I got those substitutions as if the manager was in two minds. The way I read it, he made those substitutions and he didn't quite know whether to go for it, up the attack,
stick or twist,
And I think they were sort of like, he went for safety, didn't he? Bringing on Marino.
Oh yeah,
because let's be honest, he could have bought on Eze, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could have, but I don't know. You see, this is the thing, and I just don't get the Havertz thing. I don't get the Havertz thing that you would bring on Havertz before you bring on Eze. Again, he's done that again. Havertz has been at the side for how long? He did it with Emil Smith Rowe, or as we say, Ethan Smith Rowe. And he comes back. He's not even in the side tonight again, and he does the same thing. He rather bring him on, plays him in midfield, plays Jesus up front, and he didn't offer nothing in midfield. Classic, gets the ball, languish, falls on the floor.
Yeah,
he didn't offer nothing. He didn't change nothing. Yeah, but you gotta get guys saying, just because we won tonight, you're gonna get. So he came on, he did this, he did that, he didn't do diddly squat. It'd be interesting to hear those top gooners and how they're going on.
Would you say we dominated the game, Norms?
They had more possession. They had more possession.
Game, wasn't it? Funny game.
They had more possession than us. It was. I mean, the first half they had the ball. They were controlling the midfield. to be honest, when we kicked off, I mean, we straight off from kickoff, I think we got a corner, or I think I think our first chance of attack, a long ball was played down there. I think Saka picked it up, and I think it went out for a corner. And it's classic. We get our set piece corner, the rest is history. You know what I mean? The opening up with set piece,
great delivery.
I was right. Yeah.
Great delivery.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Now, give me. I'm glad the goal stood, but give me the difference between.
I know what you're going to say.
Semenyo's goal being disallowed and Gyökeres literally on the goal line.
No, because what's
the difference?
So what it was when they were talking about it, they were saying that because Gyökeres was not interfering with play, even though he was in an offside position, because if the ball had touched him, he would have ended up being active. Offside, basically, if active sort of thing.
Right.
But they said with the Man City one with Semenyo and Haaland. Were they saying that he was putting the goalkeeper because he wasn't even nowhere near the goalkeeper?
He wasn't nowhere near the goalkeeper. The defender was holding him off.
Exactly, and because of that,
funny one, isn't it? It's a funny one.
And they said he was offside. He didn't touch the ball or nothing. But they drew the lines. He didn't interfere with the goalkeeper whatsoever. So
no,
this is like you just don't know where they're coming or going. You just don't know where they're coming or going, mate. You know what I mean?
No, but I thought Zubamendi had one of his better games.
Yeah.
As I said, slipped over on the second goal when he should have, and then he tried to sort of clear it, didn't he? The first goal, was it the first goal, wasn't it? Their first goal when we got 2-1. Disappointed with Odegaard, man. Really disappointed. I mean, what are we going to do? He's our captain. Semi-final.
He ain't getting dropped. DJB, let's just face it, he ain't getting dropped. Yeah.
How is he not coming off at half time and Eze not getting on?
I don't know, mate. Eze's been punished. He's been punished, mate.
This is the worry I have going forward when we're saying about can we win the league and can we do this? He just sticks to what he knows all the time. Plan A.
Yeah.
How on earth is Eze not coming out second half?
I have no idea. Mate. You know what I mean?
I have no idea.
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Frustrating. Absolutely frustrating.
I was gonna ask you, what did you make? I mean, Saliba and Gabriel, they've done what they always do. They look solid. Gabriel's immense, isn't he? He's absolute. He just showed the reason. He's immense, that guy, isn't he? He's immense.
Why this guy's not a captain or Declan Rice, it's beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just interested in before, DJ, I don't know if you saw it. You caught it. You may have caught it. That I did send a message to Matty and Shane. Did you see when they were coming out in the tunnel? Did you see Declan Rice and Airport Albert having a go at each other?
No.
Watch it, mate. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, mate. Gabriel had to sort of get between them.
Wow.
So I don't know what's going on there, but Declan Rice was like, whatever, and then you see Airport Albert coming out, and then you see Gabriel sort of doing this. And I thought, what's going on there?
That's interesting. I've been saying there's a bust up waiting to happen around the corner.
Right, listen, mate.
What does he do with Gyökeres now against Nottingham Forest? Got his goal, got his assist. What does he do?
I think you start him. There's no way you start Havertz. I think you start him. You got to. You see, when you're in a situation like that, that's the momentum. Do you know what I mean? Because now he's going to have that momentum. So hopefully, if Saka's not selfish, and I mean, just laying off the ball, simple laying off the ball from Saka, from Odegaard. Don't they understand what a through pass is? Why can't they just do a basic through pass?
Don't know, mate.
It's not hard, mate. It's not
really
hard.
Really trying too hard, aren't they? Really trying too hard. I mean, it's crazy. But the thing that got me tonight is all I kept saying is, come on, up the tempo. Come on. Let's go. Let's get the tempo up. And again, he could have tried 101 different things and pulled that Chelsea defence to pieces.
Absolutely.
But he didn't. He kept to the same. Saka was not doing much on the right. He had Madueke on the bench. He had Eze on the bench.
That was another thing.
Odegaard's not doing anything, and it's just like...
Cucurella was on a yellow card, yeah?
Yeah.
Bring on Madueke. Bring on Madueke. Do you know what I mean? But no. You keep the guy on. You keep the guy on until he plays a full. There must be something in his contract, guy. There must be, DJB. There's got to be something in his contract why this guy has a stink fest of a game and he stays on for the whole game. Don't get it.
Definitely.
Don't get it,
definitely.
Mate.
I mean, we'll just have a little look on this, Norms. This is the stats. This is how the game went, people. So there we go here, look.
Okay.
So
17, so
total shots 17. You know, shots on target 6. Now they had 10 and 5 on target. Big chances they had 1, we had 3. Now they had 1 big chance and scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
You know, so that's worrying.
It is. I think
now accurate passes, they had 85%, we had 83%. Yeah. Fouls committed, 12. Corners 9, they had 6. Expected goals for all the XG merchants. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
I mean, yeah.
We're leading in that.
Yeah.
But block shots, there's all the block shots, 5, 4, hit the woodwork, 0. Shots inside the box, we had 12, they had 7. We should have put that game to bed, Norm.
We should have. Looking at those stats, and as I say, we're not those XG things of that, but looking at those stats, you need to put the game to bed. And that was the worry for me, because look, my mate said to me, Norms, you know, when you're going to be negative. I said, I'm not going to be negative, but you've got to look at everything. You can't just come away from there going, 3-2, blah blah blah. I mean, great that we've scored 3 goals. We've surpassed our 2 goals, in all semi-finals, right, by scoring 3.
Yeah.
That stat is good now. Do you know what I mean? And we've won half a semi-final. Yeah, we've still got the other leg to go. So yeah, we can't talk too soon. They're coming to listen. Look, Liam Senior. Yeah, he talks a good game. I was doing my show today with Ez, the Chelsea guy, and I was saying, he's a guy. He's a guy that can talk a game or whatever, and he's not frightened. He's confident in himself. He's
got loads of confidence, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what to make of him. I mean,
listen. I don't know. Sometimes I'm thinking, is it just a put on, whatever? But look, if it is, I'll tell you, he's
comes
really,
across a bit of a PE teacher to me.
Yeah. Saying the right things. He says the right things. Yeah. I think that's the sort of.
But this is worrying for me, Norms. Right? This is why I said our attack is not really flowing. Look, you've got 33 touches in the opposition box.
Yeah.
You got to be scoring. You got to be scoring more from open play. 33 touches in the opposition box.
It's crazy.
You know, tackles 19. They've in interception 6. We've done 4 blocks, 23 clearances each. Both keepers made 3 saves. Oh, here's the duels. Look, duels won. They won 50. We won 49. Ground duels won. They won 38, 51% to our 49%.
That's quite close. Yeah, it's quite close.
Aerial duels, 50-50. Nothing in it.
No, it's not.
So we didn't actually boss the game in midfield, did we? This is what I'm saying. Yeah. This is when you look at them duels, this is where you want your captain.
Yeah.
This is where you want your captain winning a lot in midfield.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's like he stops. Like when he goes to press and he's right, he stops. He just literally digs his heel in and then don't do anything.
There's a player's rating, guys. Look, Garnacho 8.7, Declan Rice 8.3, Victor Gorkarez 8.2, Martin Zubimendi 8.0, Saka 7.5.
How?
Hang on a minute. We're going down. We're going way down here. Gabriel 6.8. Kepa 6.7, Marino 6.7, Odegaard 6.6. Look, captain of the team. Look, captain of the team.
Not good enough, mate.
Captain of the team. Another big game, Norms. He didn't show up against Liverpool. He's rocked up. He's rocked up a week later in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Men scraping to score. Look, 6.6 rating.
Not good. Not good at all.
Absolute. Honestly, what are we
Not
doing
good
here?
at all.
And yet, Eze can't get in the team.
Yep. I'm surprised. I'm
I
surprised
can't
William
get my head around it,
Saliba was right down there as well. 6 point whatever. That's a bit surprised there. But
Let's get some of the chat. Big up the chat. Saka needs to be dropped. Odegaard too. 100%. The only way Arteta stays DJB is Arteta needs to win both the FA Cup and Carabao. I think one cup keeps this manager at the football club, sadly.
That's the unfortunate
sadly.
thing. Yep.
Yeah,
that's
3 points title, get to the final or the league, or he needs to win. Big up Aussie Ange. Make sure that you sub, smash the likes. Make sure that you are subbing to Nortski. Mods, can you make sure you put Nortski's channel? I think it's in there. So like and subscribe. Big up the Pro Mice. Big up Lux as well. The Nigerian pen was beyond poor. I've not seen the African Cup of Nations. I've got to be honest.
Has Nigeria won it? Was it the finals tonight?
Yeah, you'll have
no,
to
no,
tell
it's
us,
not.
Nigeria
It was the semi-finals. I think it was the semi-finals.
Semis, is it? Saka very, very overrated. He is this season.
He is this season, definitely.
He's living on the past, mate. He's living on his name. Saka will end up trophyless again, along with his fraud manager. Fuck them both, End and Guna. We need to sort something out, my friend. 100%. It's not looking.
Oh,
it's looking
Nigeria
okay.
out. Nigeria out. Oh wow.
Oh, Nigeria are out. Wow.
So Morocco's going through Wales. Okay.
Mourinho needed to score that. Yeah. Keeper got lucky though. He hit it, and it just hit the keeper's inside of his leg, didn't he?
Yeah. I thought. Yeah, I mean, he hit that sweet, and I thought, he's going to score.
Big up, bro. Timber was all over the place. Yeah, he was defensively. I've got to be honest.
Yeah. Forward, I mean, yeah. I think maybe I just got caught up in the moment.
No.
I just thought that
better than Skelly.
I think that's what I've done. I've maybe looked at it that way and said, well, at least, because you're up against a good player in Esteban, you know what I mean? And a couple of times, he did go in and out, and I was thinking, oh, you know what I mean? But look, it is what it is. You know, I mean, sometimes you get it wrong.
He's not a left back, is he? He's not.
No, he's not.
He's not a left back. You know what I mean? So Arteta needs to win back-to-back league titles, win the league and title in the UCL in the same season to redeem himself. He just needs a trophy, brother. He just needs a Neto cooked him once. I'll tell you. Do you know what worries me, Norms, for the second leg? This manager he'll by the time we play him, the players will just be on board of how he wants to play. And then you've got Palmer coming back, and you've got Reece James back. You've got Caicedo back in there as well.
Yep.
And that second leg is now wide open. And when you're looking at that game tonight, Arsenal's best 11, strongest team, he's put his strongest team out there, which I didn't think he would do, apart from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
All right, we had Ben White at right back, but it's still a strong team. I didn't think he would do that, but he did what he did. We haven't really blown them away, have we, Norms?
We haven't. We had the chance to do it. Because every time we broke on them and we had, we was in and around the boxes, as you rightly said, with the chances that we had in the boxes, we should be putting that. We have to be more clinical. You know what I mean? We can't take that. We always wanted to take that extra touch and whatever. You know what I mean? Just bang, get it across, feed it out wide, get it across Ben White with a lovely cross across the ear and my guy's there to put it in the back of the net. But we need more of that. Do you know what I mean? We need to feed the Glock more. That's what we need to do. Feed him more.
Yeah, I was pleased for him tonight. I was pleased for him tonight because I look at him. He was getting a bit of stick from the Chelsea fans.
Oh, yeah. The proper.
I mean, this and that. And he popped up with a goal. Did you see the celebration, though, in front of the Arsenal fans?
No, what did he do? I was still jumping.
He done his thing, but it was sort of, he didn't keep it there. He kind of brought it down.
Yeah.
And he was looking at the fans as if and I think it was just frustration because he knows he's been getting stick.
Yeah.
He knows he's been getting stick from a lot of fans.
They're
not silly. They watch social media. They watch channels.
course
he
they do.
knows he knows he's been getting stick, and you could see that he was really wanted to kind of,
Yeah.
give
Because when
it
you
to
get
him.
when you get a situation like that where the crowd, the media, of all people have been on his back big time. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously then you have the fan base. I mean, great point you made in the roundabout yesterday, when they were all talking about how bad,
Oh man,
they
I
don't
had to
want to
say it,
see,
mate.
they don't want to see him on the pitch. They don't blah blah this, blah blah that,
He
blah
didn't
blah.
know
And
what
you
to
went
say,
in,
did he,
and
Dan?
they
He
didn't.
didn't know
No,
what to say.
no, you didn't want to say. And I'm glad you came in and go, hang on a minute, guys. You same guys, yeah, you same guys were telling us that he's going to get 30 plus goals. Can't wait again. They couldn't wait to see the back of Jesus. They thought they were
No,
going to sell him in the thing.
no,
They couldn't wait to see the back of Havertz.
no. This is what I said on
And
the
you think
roundabout.
that Havertz coming back is going to get us over the line? Get out of here, man.
This is what I said to him on the roundabout yesterday. I said, "You're the same people that wanted Gorka. You didn't even want Havertz at the football club. Didn't even want to sign him. Didn't
You
want to
could see
sign
they were all
Ronnie
quiet. They were all
Madueke.
quiet.
Didn't want to sign Havertz. Wanted to sell Jesus because he's done. He's finished. He's injury
Yeah.
prone. If Berta can get 30 million for him, he's an absolute genius. Didn't want Havertz in the team. Everyone was waxing lyricals over Gorkarez. Go and get Gorkarez, the missing piece. That's all we're missing. The chances this team creates, if we had a proper number 9, and now you can't wait for Havertz to come back in the team.
Yeah, it's almost like we're going back. You know what I mean? Reset.
What it is, Norms, is that once again, this manager is fouled to get the best out of a number 9.
Yeah.
And so that they can cover it up, they're leaning back on Havertz, that the player that they know, because he's a favourite of the manager.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That is literally all it is. It stinks, man.
I mean, even in his press conference, DJB, when they asked Arteta about Kai Havertz, and he said, "Oh, so good to have him back." And every, like when he came on in that game, he said every time he touched the ball, they were all jumping off. What are you doing? You didn't talk.
What Havertz brings to the table tonight when he came on, Norms.
Apart from falling on the floor, nothing.
We see what he does. What he does. He's got the odd good touch. He's all right to bring off the bench if we're cruising a game, but he ain't no game changer. Look, we couldn't rely on him last season to get us over the line. We couldn't rely on him the season before to get over the line. So I don't understand why they think he's going to be any different this year, with coming back from a hamstring and a wretched knee injury. Why is it going to be any different this season? I just don't understand it. It. DJB, probably, would you give Arteta another season if we won the FA Cup and Carabao Cup double? No, I think he should win the Premiership and the Champions League. I don't think that's enough, but I understand if they did give him more time, if he won the trophy, I can understand why a lot of fans would say, yeah, give him another year. Me personally, when you've had £1 billion spent on this football team, when you've had a unchallenged contract, when you've had the sole running of a football team, and you've built those players week in, week out on the training field, minimum requirement for me is the Premiership.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah, definitely.
Honestly, I'd take it with stinker 1-0. Listen, at the end of the day, Norms, I am happy that we've won, because if you'd have said to me at the start of the game, we'll take a lead back to the Emirates 1-0, 3-2, 2-1, I'd have taken it. So I am happy.
How do you think we'd approach the game when we go back? You see, the thing is, my worry is like, when it comes to those pressurized moments, I mean, listen, this is the furthest he's gone in a semi-final since, season 19. Now, we're going back to the Emirates. The crowd is going to be up for it. We know all of that. As I say, Chelsea are going to be having their big players back as well. It's only a 1-goal lead. Now, would you say to your players, if you was the manager, would you say, come on, guys, let's just go for it. Let's first 20 minutes, just put them away? Or is he going to sort of go, look, let's be cautious about this, sit on this, just keep the ball, don't, as long as we don't lose and whatever. And this is where I think he's going to, bring on, pressure on himself and on the team. And the thing is, can you imagine? Listen, Chelsea have done it before. They've won the Carabao Cup numerous times. They're a cup team. We have to. we have to go and put that game to bed in that first 15, 20 minutes. Just go at them and do it. Come on.
Yeah. I
Big up
agree,
views, man. Big up views every time, man. Big up views.
Big up the
man.
views, my man. Big up everyone. Big up everyone that's locked in the chat as well. Absolutely amazing. There's 82 people in the chat. Make sure that you smash the likes, please, because it does help the channel. Make sure that you're subbing to Normski as well. His channel's in there. And if you've come staggered across the huddle, put a little cheeky sub on here as well. So big up to everyone. Arsenal's won 3-2. So we can't. It's not all doom and gloom. I'm buzzing that we've won.
Yeah.
But it's a football channel, and we're talking football. We're talking individual performances.
Yep.
I personally thought that Timber looked a bit lost at the left back. He didn't have a bad game, but I think he looked lost. It weren't one of his better games. Odegaard, complete waste of time for me. Saka's not gone up any notches this season. In fact, he's
looking worse. He's looking worse.
It's the worst I've seen him in many, many years. Trossard had done all right first half, then he went missing in the second half. Zubimendi had one of his better games. Rice just went through the gears for me. He didn't actually.
Yeah.
It looked like he was pacing himself a little bit.
Yeah,
he didn't
absolutely.
Look like he looked like he could get out of another gear.
Yep.
Didn't want it enough. I don't know what's wrong with Rice. Perhaps he's saving himself. I don't know. Gorkarez had a good game. Gorkarez had one of his better games. Other than that, Norms, it was in parts frustrating. Do you know what worries me about the second leg, Norms? Is that Chelsea knows they're not going to win the league. Yeah. So Chelsea are looking at top 4 this season, aren't they?
That's right.
Right. So this Carabao Cup for them is if they win the Carabao Cup and finish 4th, then they've not had a bad season, have they? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and I mean, it will look good on their manager, you know. But yeah, this is the thing. I think they know the league is done. I mean, to think DJB when we played them at the Bridge, I think there was like a 6-point difference or something like that, or 4 points difference. I can't remember exactly the actual points difference. Currently now, I think we're about 17 points clear of them, which is crazy. Do you know what I mean? They just literally dropped off.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So they're going to look at this Carabao Cup because at 3-1, they were dead and buried.
Yeah.
They were gone. You could see it in their faces. They're thinking, oh, we're just going to rock up at the Emirates for the ride now. We'll have a little look around the armory and, we'll grab a cheeseburger on the way home and that's it. You know what I mean? They're done. 3-2, they're thinking, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to have old Caicedo back. We're going to have some big players back. We're in this tie now.
I think they're going to come. I think they're going to come to that stage. I think they're going to come to that stadium with nothing to lose. With a new manager and everything. It's just going. That's what it's going to be. I think, as I said, if it was 3-1, 2-0, you could say, okay, get a goal back.
We're going to have other things on our mind, Norms. I think.
Because
London Derby the week after.
I think we have. I think,
and we're in the Premiership, and we're in the champion. Strong in the Champions League. So,
he's got to do a lot of
That it would have been far more comfortable, wouldn't it, taking a 3-1?
Yeah, he's got to do a lot more rotating, DJB. But the problem is that he's not rotating the right players, and players are being left out in the cold. Some players not even in the squad. You know what I mean?
Thomas, man.
You know what I mean? So it's just what it is, man. It is what it is. We just make it hard for ourselves. This is a game, as I said.
Honestly, his in-game management, mate, is just Arteta's in-game management. He just don't learn, does he? He just honestly
don't.
He just don't learn. Where are you on Eze, Norm? I'm worried. I think his World Cup chances is diminishing.
That definitely. Look, in that Portsmouth game, what you would want is for him to sort of stamp his authority and try and sort of win back his place. But I don't get that impression it is. I think he's feeling a little bit sorry for himself.
Big up,
feeling a little bit sorry for himself. And he's got to grab that from Odegaard. But it doesn't matter how bad Odegaard plays, Eze is going to have to play 10 times better to even get a look in. And I think the fact that his defensive side of his game is not brilliant. He's not the typical player that's going to press. But from that Portsmouth game, I still didn't see enough from him.
No.
That's the problem. You've got to give me, and I'm not saying that I didn't see enough for you to say that you can't get back your place. I'm saying the reason why you're not doing enough is because Arteta will not put you back in that side until you're playing absolutely out your skin. For somebody that scores a hat-trick against your North London rivals, yeah, you know, you're doing this, you're doing that, and then all of a sudden you get dropped for like 4 or 5 games. No, not played one game, not played one 90-minute game. And then you're pulled in, 10 minutes on a game, and then you get the you come in for the 10 minutes to get the Liverpool game, and then you get the full 90 minutes against Portsmouth. So is that the level we're talking? I was talking with a Chelsea guy, and he was saying that he doesn't fit our system, just like Glock. He doesn't fit our system because the way Arteta plays is very system based, and Eze is a flair player, he's a moments player, and so he will have those moments. But what Arteta's looking for is somebody that's going to be working hard defensively, tracking back, all of that, and that's not Eze's game. That's not his game, unfortunately.
No, he's. I don't know, man. It's such a shame. I mean, Dan was saying that he was speaking to a couple of Palace lads, and they said what you get out of Eze is like a couple of brilliant games, and then a couple of bad games, and a couple of brilliant games, and a couple of bad games. But I didn't think to say it at the time, and I wish I had. But that's what Odegaard gives you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What Dan said about Eze, what the Palace fans were saying about Eze, and what Dan said about Eze, and big up Dan. I understand where he's coming from, but that's what Odegaard gives us. So we've got 2 number 10s that are inconsistent.
Yeah.
We've got now 2 captains that look worse this season already. Odegaard shows up. I'm listening to people saying Odegaard is back to where he was, his best.
No way. How?
Liverpool, where was he? Chelsea, semi-final of the Cup, where was he? Saka, where was he? And you got captain and vice captain on the same team.
Yep.
So I can understand what people are saying about Eze, but is Odegaard any different? He'll play one good game against Burnley. Yeah. And then Liverpool rock up at the Emirates and you don't see him.
Yeah. And that's the problem and then you've got the people out there saying that, as you rightly said, he's back to his best. He's playing better than he's.
This is the problem. This is what the manager latches onto, Norms, isn't it? This is what the manager latches onto.
Yeah.
Listening to all this garbage, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But could Gorkrez now go on a goal fest? have we unleashed the Glock?
Have we? As Matty says, you need the people to provide him the service. Without
Benny Blanco getting on the overlap and getting the ball in the box.
Yeah.
Not checking back and playing it backwards, ripping it first time.
Yeah,
that's what Benny White gives you, though. He does give you them little overlaps, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, one thing he does more than what when Timber plays on that side. Yeah, what Timber does well is defend well, up and down, backwards and forward. But he doesn't always give you that option when he doesn't overlap. And to be fair, because Saka tends to cut inside. His first fault is when he picks the ball up. The thing is as well, right, DW, when he picks the ball up, or when he's facing up the ball, he like when Ethan could drop a shoulder and go.
Yeah,
he can't. It's just like he can't do it. It's like
he's lost that, hasn't he, Saka?
Yeah,
it's like he got in a situation today. I think the second half, he kind of got the ball, and I'm thinking, right, cut inside, get a shot off, and he cut inside, and he just lost that little. He hesitated. Yep. Dilly-dallied, and then it sort of like it all faded out and everything broke up. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing? And see, the problem is if we've got an underform, if Saka's not performing, then we're going to find we're going to have big problems because a lot of our play is based on Saka.
Yeah.
You know, as Kenny said, a
ball,
lot goes through Saka all the time.
That's the thing. Yeah.
We needed to go 2-0 up at Stamford Bridge to be comfortable. Yeah, the solo 209. I agree. I wanted a 2-goal cushion, but I think we've done enough. But again, I'm like this, Norm. Again, people are saying to me, "Oh, have we done enough?" 3-2. We're taking the lead to the Emirates. Are you confident? I'm not. I'm not confident, Norms. I'm not confident. Because again, we know what this manager does, don't we?
Yep.
Semi-finals.
Yeah. And when he knows he's like 90 minutes away from one, I just don't know whether the PTSD is going to kick in. The pressure will get to him. That will then emanate through onto the players. You're playing at the Emirates. The crowd is going to be there. They're going to, and especially like, okay, so in that game where you're 3-2 up and nothing ain't really happening, and after a little while, you're thinking, right, they go second half, they've kept us at bay, and then they're thinking, right, we've got nothing to lose, let's go for it. The problem is if we allow them onto us and we start to sit back in that, and then they equalize, and then it's like, oh my gosh. And then it's almost like, can we really do this? Do we have the mindset? Do we have the mentality?
This is it. It's the mentality because they've not got over the line.
That's the thing.
You know, if Chelsea equalise and it's 3-3, if they score first, that's when the mind games start coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to score first just to ease the nerves, but just keep your foot on the gas and keep going. Keep going. Yes, they're going to have their players back. They're going to have their big players back. And we're playing at home. You know, we've got a very good home record. So we need to just go there and do the business, simple as.
Big up, Views. Thanks for the raid. Shane
Views,
as
man.
well.
Thanks
for the raid. Big up to the Views, man. Make sure you sub to Views. Absolute legend, a real one as well. Too many players took too many touches. First time shots needed. So I always say this. You watch the old Wenger teams like the young team, the Fabregases and the Hlebs and all that. 2-3 touches.
Bang.
Max. But that's the game now, isn't it? It's slowed right down.
Slowed right
really
down.
has.
I think we probably play the slowest in the league.
Yeah, the substitutions were crazy. Hendon, if you didn't see the game, usual, slow, didn't up the tempo, didn't put them to bed. Poor Chelsea team. And there was too many poor performances in key Arsenal positions. Saka and Odegaard didn't perform. And if they had done, see, this is what people don't understand. Oh, but we won 3-2, DJB and Normski. Yeah, but it could have been 5-2. If Odegaard and Saka had turned up, it could have been 5-2, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we take the lead. We take the lead to the Emirates, Norms. We take the lead to the Emirates, which is, I suppose, better than what it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
I mean, initially from the start, I was thinking, well, if we take a draw back to the Emirates, then we stand half a chance. Because that's just the way our team plays. This is what we get from Mikel Arteta, football team.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
DG 20341. Yeah, it was a nice little shot by us, Saliba. I thought it was just going to bend in.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, it was a
nice.
I quite enjoyed the game, to be honest. I mean,
no, it was good. It was.
I thought it was a good little cut.
Do you think it was like an end-to-end thing? I got that impression, end-to-end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we go down there. Do you know what I mean?
As I said at the start of the stream before you came on, Norms, I was a bit like I don't really I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel disappointed or happy. It's one of them. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of.
I think the disappointment comes from. And you said it earlier, and I think for myself as well, I think the disappointment comes where you needed to end that game and put the game to bed. Say, hey, man wants to come on. Someone good wants to come on. So I send him. So we send him the link.
Yeah,
He won't. Come on, man.
He loves the Norms and the DJ.
Come on, get on here. Get on. Do you want to send it to him?
He loves brother Norms and DJB. Yeah, send him on. So let's see what Matty has to say, and then we'll talk, and then we'll move on. We'll move on to a really important game coming up.
Definitely. Let me do that now.
Matty, we're sending you links now, brother. We're sending the link now, my friend.
There we go, Matty.
Right, I'm going to grab a drink in a minute because I've been.
You haven't been. You've been.
I haven't been well, Norms.
I could hear it. I could hear it.
I'm struggling with a cold. I'm struggling with a sore throat. I've had. Yeah, I've not been at work. I've been poorly. I've not been well at all.
Something going on.
To be honest, as well done, Kawaja. Southern Goon and Matty is in. I'll be honest with you, Norms. I was thinking of blowing the Mingle out tonight because I wasn't really well, and I thought, no, I can't let the fans.
You can't let your community down, man.
Can't let the community down.
I just can't, man. I can't.
You want to know something? Get Normskin TV to 1K. Absolutely, Metcalf, man. Go on, at Joe Sings Brass.
Thank you, Metcalf. Thank you.
You want to know something? Why ain't Norms on 1K? I'll tell you what. That's more.
I was just about to do the Michael Jackson.
That is more than a debate of Havertz coming on for Eze.
Exactly.
Get well soon. Matty's in the building. There he is. Big up the Matty.
We are halfway.
Matty, how you doing? Welcome to the Mingle. You know what?
Yeah, brothers. Yeah, man.
Mingle, my friend. Matty.
Yes.
I'm disappointed with some individual performances. I thought the captain again didn't show up for me, didn't show up in that game in a semi-final. Saka looked off it.
You must have heard me and Lee just me and Lee was talking in the bed after we got off the air. You must have heard our conversation. That's what we were talking about.
And I know we've come away 3-2, but we have still got a lot of work to do because they've got key players coming back. The manager's going to get more time with the players. And we see one manager in-game management now, when he's only been in the job 5 minutes, trying to get something out the game, making changes, going free at the back, bringing on extra forwards. And you see our manager, when you got Eze on the bench, bringing on Havertz and people like this. I just don't know what to make of it, Matty. I don't know whether I'm absolutely over the moon with the result or whether I'm a little bit kind of disappointed with the result. I'm on the fence with it, mate. What's your opinion on it?
Well, I'll say this because everybody who's followed us all season long knows that I have a high priority on this cup. So we got the win. We're halfway there, and I mean a strong. I'm going to put a stress that a strong halfway there. But you know what I walked away with tonight? I walked away with a lot of concern.
Yeah.
Because, yes, we won the game 3-2, but 3-2 is very overturnable. I felt like we should have taken them to the sword the first half. I felt like they were there. After we scored that first goal, I said, "Oh yeah, we this is because normally when we do that, it turns into one of those games where we pour it on." Mm-hmm. And for some odd reason, they just could not find that extra gear immediately. And then when Jokeris scored, I said, "Okay, 2-0. We've got to turn it on here. We've got to turn it on here. We've got to." When you look at Odegaard, because we was talking about Odegaard, these are the tight games that just you're doing this number here because you need that extra player who's in midfield to make that pass. There were several times tonight, gentlemen, that the pass was there. The pass was there. I'm looking dead at it. Just pass the ball. Pass the ball. Soccer. This is a semifinal. Yes, he squared the ball to Jokeris. It squirted through the keeper's hands. Jokic was there to put it in. But outside of that, what did y'all see tonight? What did you see? This brother's out of form.
Oh, massively.
He's out of form. Now, I'm thankful we got to go tonight, but
you start looking at the bench. You start looking at the manager, didn't you?
Yeah. I want to put this in perspective. We've played 22 games of Premier League football this year. 22 games of Premier football. this year. This brother has 4 goals. This is soccer I'm talking about now, not Jokeris. I'm talking about soccer. See, most people, when you say something like that, they'll say, "Oh, you Jokeris. Yeah, we need to get away. Okay, well, I'm talking about soccer. Let's have a discussion because if that was any other player, everybody was on their hands about Jokeris. So what are we saying here? We're going to have optimum output across the board to win this trophy. There's still, regardless of what we do against Chelsea, we beat Chelsea. There's still whoever after we got to get to Wembley. See, we can beat Chelsea, but you still got to win it. This is what competitions are. Trust me, if anybody who knows about going through cup finals and trophies and everything, I've been there and done it. I know all about it. It's all semifinals is the hardest thing. The cup finals are always 50-50. It's about adjustments, who shows up. There's a lot of factors there. On paper, I feel like we can do this. I feel like we can do this. All we have to do is if these guys, this is going to have to be one of these ones where they're going to have to be some players. Let me tell y'all something. There's going to have to be some players in this team in the next game against Chelsea, in the game after that, if we make it there, they're going to have to say, they're going to have to. Where's my? Something here real quick. They're going to have to take what the manager said, rip it up. We're winning the trophy. We're going to win the trophy, and I honestly believe if they win this trophy, psychologically, they can go, you know what? We can actually do this. We can climb the mountain. We can climb the mountain. This is why it's so important for me. This is why people, when the season started, both of you all know this. DJ, you know, because you were sitting on the panel when we was on Pots. And the first thing I said this season, the most important trophy we need to be talking about this year is what? The Carabao Cup, because it's the most winnable cup.
It's the feel-good cup.
You can win this, and then it sets you up for something else. If we don't win this, if we'd have lost that game tonight, you know what the narrative is going to be? Oh, here they come again. They're balling it again. If we don't win against Chelsea, they balling it again. They balling took the league home. Oh, they balling it again. We got to become closers. This manager tonight, there was a portion of the game there. Anybody that watched that watch along with me, Lee and Ola, I was saying, Noski, you was watching. I said, this is getting out of control. It's getting out of control. Chelsea was going down at will. At will. At will. And then he makes the substitutions, as you were talking about. He makes the substitutions. And then he goes total offense. He says, you know what? I'm taking off this player. I'm taking off this player. Taking off a defender. We're going total offense, balls to the wall. And then what happened? They find 2 goals for Garnacho of all people. 2 goals for Garnacho. Me and you were talking about him the other day, no? You were sitting there watching. Yep. Garnacho. 2 goals of all the players. He done got a two. He's getting a tune out of Garnacho now. So now all of a sudden it's 2-3. And I was on the phone with a client, so I was still on watch along, but I couldn't talk because I was on the call. And I'm sitting there looking, and in my head I'm saying, if this third goal goes in for Chelsea, we're gonna mess around and lose this tie because they're gonna all the momentum would have shifted with them.
I think they've got a little bit of momentum anyway, Chelsea, because they were dead and buried at 3-1. They were gone.
Well, what you got now, gentlemen? What you got now is a 50-50 ball game. Yeah. This is a 50-50 game now because now the manager, even though we're at home, because we just saw for everybody saying, well, we're at home. Yeah, but we played Liverpool at home. We just played Liverpool a week ago. We saw how that turned out.
Wolves at home.
We played Wolves at home. So we know how this could go. So now we're in a sense for me, it's back to square one. Yeah, we won the game tonight, but it's back to square one because they're still in this game. Yeah. Because if they score early, now the pressure's back on us. Yeah. Now we got to find a goal. Also, there's a small matter of that game is played February. Is it February, right?
Yep.
February 3rd. That's it, February 3rd. We've got 5 games before that.
Let's get the fixtures up.
So guess what we got to do? We got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
We got to keep players healthy. You got to keep Jokeris firing. He's firing tonight. You got to keep him firing. You got to get a rhythm. You got to get your strike in rhythm.
Yeah, he's got to play next game. No stupid thing. Play next game.
Yep, can't be. He's got to.
Trouble is though, Matty. we've also now, though, got players that are showing loss of form, and this manager won't do anything about it. He'll keep Saka on. He'll keep Odegaard on.
Yep. But see, that's what I'm saying. That goes back to, is the manager going to make the adjustments for the next game? Let me ask you this. Let's go to this right quick. Explain to me, ladies and gentlemen, what exactly was Kai Havertz supposed to be bringing to the table tonight in a game like this? See, this is the kind of stuff that drives me crazy with this manager, because we're in a situation, we're trying to win a cup semifinal. We're trying to win a cup semifinal. We're trying to get to where we need to be at. And then here he is just shoehorning. He's shoehorning Kai Havertz into this team over Eze. Kai Havertz has been out of his team for months in a Sunday. And he comes back and directly he's bypassed Eze. When Odegaard needed to be off, we needed some extra creativity. We needed something to go up a notch. And he brings on Havertz.
Confusing.
Brings on Havertz. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's trying to shoehorn. He's trying to shoehorn these players. And his ego. Let him sit over there.
Yep.
Let him sit over there. Use him as a substitute on Saturday. They'll bring him in. This is absolutely a must-win situation. And instead, this manager, he goes looking over there. Yeah, I got to play my boy, because I said it was a pleasure to watch him play on Sunday. So I've got to make sure he plays.
And he had the rest of the team jumping up and down, excitement. Hey, get out of here, man.
What did he do? What did he do when he come on there when he was in front of goal? Oh, the same thing he's done for the
same thing as usual.
Yeah, that's on protocol. So he was messing with Ola during the watch along. Ola said, "Bring him on." I said, "Okay." And then when he missed it, I said, "Don't say one word. Don't say nothing. Don't say a word, because you know what was coming." And we all knew this was coming with Havertz. And this is why I said, no, this manager needs to, when we play that game again, same team that started tonight, same way. Started again, same way. Same way. But what I'm concerned about, what worries me now, is that Chelsea's manager, they're going to have Reece James is going to be back. You're going to have Caicedo back. Palmer's going to be back. And I think they're going to make a goal. Personally, I think they're going to make a goalkeeping change, because Sanchez.
He was bad. He cost them the game.
He is diabolical. He is diabolical. I'm telling you, he's diabolical, man. He is one of the worst goalkeepers. I've been watching football for over 30 years. This man is one of the worst goalkeepers I have ever seen.
Cost them the game.
I've got U16 players, U18 high school players I used to coach that could come in. I know one that could have won it at the night and did a better job than what Sanchez did. That was absolutely scandalous. A professional footballer. The stuff I saw tonight. Flat that first goal, coming out flapping like that. I said, I told Lee, Lee, could you imagine Oliver Kahn coming out flapping at the ball like that? Could you imagine? I mean, what we found Fabian Barthez coming out flat. I mean, back in the days,
he was spotting flies.
Talking about Jens Lehmann coming out flapping. They lose that. Back in the day, if a keeper did something like that, he lost his job. He would lose his job. But he was horrendous. So I expect them to make that change, and I expect the game at home will be extremely closely contested. It won't be like tonight.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be very close contested, because now in the manager's mind, that 3-2 is very thin. And we know how this manager moves when the game is on a knife edge, when it gets razor sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to revert back to play not to lose and just get over the line? Take the line? Or because Chelsea's going to come, and they're going to come like they finished the game is the exact way I expect them to start the game when they come.
Trouble is though, Matty, there's big games before we go to that, and this is what I'm saying. How fresh are the players going to be? So we've got Nottingham Forest, which we'll talk about in a minute. That's massive now, isn't it? That Forest game. That's huge.
Mm.
Yeah, Forest will be looking at that tonight as well. Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
How we conceded from, the way we conceded. Sean Dyche should be looking at that all over that, right? So before we get Chelsea, let's say Milan, he can afford to rotate the team there. Man United,
New interim manager bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't afford to drop points against Man United. That's a rival. That's like a cup final. That is.
You change everything. You change everybody.
You can play the ball. You can play the ball boys.
Yeah, he should. That should be
Uncle Fred out the stand.
Yeah.
You can blow your light against that one.
He could sign Oxlade Chamberlain on a 1-day contract for that game.
Yeah. Big up Static, my friend. 53 likes.
Static.
Come on, let's get the likes up.
Big up Static.
Yeah.
Rotate total. And then we've got Leeds away, which is tough. We're going to get. That's going to be physical. That's going to be a battle. That's going to be a battle. That is not going to be easy. That is going to be a real hard battle. And then we've got the return leg of Chelsea. Yeah. After the Leeds, so we've got Man United and Leeds before we play the Chelsea game.
I would have to say right now that this game right here, outside of the league, this is probably the most important game that we've got this year.
Oh, 100%.
Because if we do not win this game, those old demons are going to start to creep back. It's like a drunkard.
Well, belief.
Hey, DJ, he gets off the bottle and he sees one. He's like, oh, Lord, that taste. That taste starts to creep back in.
Yeah.
And it's just like with us. You bottle this, and you start having nightmares of 2022.
Oh, no.
3. Last season.
Freddy Cougar.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street. They starting to come back in nightmares in the dreams. Hey, you talking about Freddy Krueger? I'm talking about Hellraiser. You start turning the box.
Yo, Pinhead, man.
Pinhead, yeah. Chains started showing. Hey, them chains from 22, 23, 24 start pulling you back.
How have we not battered that Chelsea team tonight, though?
We should have won the game. We should have won that game 4-1, 5-1, easily. And anybody that watched the show on Monday, I said 3-1. I was actually the positive one.
I thought it'd be 1-1.
Yeah, because I knew that they were gonna start Sanchez. I said if they start Sanchez, we're gonna win this. We should
Matt, remember we
Saturday.
Yeah, we was on the phone. Matty was on the phone. He says if they start Sanchez, we're winning the game. Yeah, that's what Matty said to me.
I know for a fact. It's very emphatic. He's that bad that I know if he starts, that he is a goal by himself, just a goal. We know that's a goal on the sheet. Any team that plays them, it's a goal. If he's in goal, you automatically know for a fact that one goal on the sheet.
Well, let's hope my guy keeps him in goal, mate. That's the only chance we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Sanchez is the kid in the school where you've got that year group that you haven't got any goalkeepers in it, but you've got to pick someone to play.
Yeah. You just hope. Hey man, can you jump? Can you dive? Yeah. Well, we see what we can get, and then you got to make sure on that team, DJ. That's the team you got to make sure you offensively top heavy, so that you got enough goals that you can keep scoring. So that if you give up 2 or 3, you're all right. We can win the game 8-3, 8-4, 9-6.
Oh man.
But you know the thing is, guys, is like if we got into that game at the Emirates, and you brought it up, Matt. We brought it up earlier on about the fact that it's only a 1 goal thing, and it becomes 50-50 again. And it's his whole approach to how is he going to deal with that game? You know what I mean? Because the way I look at it is, if you need to be brave, you need to take the game to them. You need to get that early goal. If Sanchez does play with our set piece, because that's one of our tools that we use very well. We need to listen. I want to score from open play, but listen, if it means we score from a set piece to then open the floodgates, then great. Okay. Now, with that said, we've got the next hurdle, which is, you said it earlier on when you came on, Matt. You said, like, it's okay winning the semi-final both legs. You have to go and win the thing. But prior to us getting into the final, would there be a feel good factor because it's our first final in 6.5 years, 7 years? Do you think that would be a good feel good factor going into our next number of games, or do you think it'd be like we've got in there, we're really high up and everything, and everybody's on high dopamine at the moment, and then we go into the next game or after the game? I think it's after the Leeds game we go? Is it after the Leeds game we then play it?
Yeah.
We know what you're talking about. You're talking about that game. We got to look at how we're going to go into this game against Forest, because these are the type game where we do something like we did tonight. You turn around and play Forest and we draw.
Yeah.
See, this is why back when in December I kept telling everybody, I was like, we're going to learn a lot about this team in January, because they've got you won tonight, which is great, and then you got to go win again. You have to go win again. This weekend is a must-win game. Nobody, a lot of top gooners are going to be talking about, oh yeah, Chelsea. We beat. They're not going to realize that. Yeah, we got to beat Forest.
Yeah,
because if we don't beat Forest, in City,
Man City, yeah, they played before us as well,
and then Villa, they find points, and guess what? We're back to where we were 3 weeks.
We're back
ago.
in the mix,
yeah,
and then we're going into games building up to that Carabao Cup second leg, only 3 points ahead.
Yeah.
So the pressure cooker gets put on heat. You know what I mean?
And it's two teams, that chasing you down now.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
This is why I said.
This is why now every game's a cup final. This is why This is why we should have put Chelsea to the sword tonight. We should have used that opportunity to win 4. There was 4 goals in that for Arsenal tonight, without a doubt. 4 or 5. That tie would have been over, finished.
If I'm telling you now, if Chelsea changed that goalkeeper, it's going to be have a little bit more trouble. I'm telling you, because he's going to have to seriously think about it, because there's no way if he goes into that game with Sanchez, book it, go ahead and get ready. We head to Wimbledon. And I might try to get a flight. we head
big up Static, big up my friend,
because that goalkeeper's that bad.
Oh yeah.
But if he changes that goalkeeper and then adds to what was already out of the game for that, then we're gonna have a hell of a game on up there.
Yeah. I still think we should have enough. But we've just made hard work of it.
I think that's what
I'm just worried about key players in this team that have lost form going into the major part of the season. Let's get this super chat. Big up Joseph Connor Golden, as always. Martin Odegaard is not better footballer than Sean Longstaff or Will Hughes, for example. He passes so sideways, DJB. Thanks for your super chat. No, as I said, I was on Dan's yesterday, and Dan was saying about Crystal Palace fans saying about Eze, he'll have 2 good games and then he'll have 2 average games and 2 poor games. He's a bit inconsistent. Well, we've got that with Odegaard. Because in the big games when you need him to step up, like tonight, people are saying, oh, yeah, but we won 3-2. But as I said to Normsky earlier, you have your big players step up, like your Saka and your Odegaard, your so-called game changers. We win that 5-2. That's the difference.
Yeah, we were about 3 or 4 passes away from winning that game, 4 or 5. If the ball was passed, we were about 4 or 5 passes away from blowing them away easily.
Yeah,
and that's
unbelievable.
And this is what I'm saying when it comes to like players like Odegaard. This is why I'm an advocate of moving him in the summer. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I would sell him just as quick as I can get him out the door and bring it up. Because there's no way you're going to tell me we can't upgrade on Martin Odegaard. There's too many players around Europe that we could upgrade on to bring him in. So Odegaard's been poor for the last 3 or 4 games. And I told you all, he'll give you 1 or 2 good games a season. And we might have already got those 2 games already. What we're seeing now is the same old. And we're seeing it in critical games. In games like tonight, when you need something extra. This is why I tell everybody, it is absolutely paramount that Declan Rice stays in this team, that he stays healthy. Because if he's not in this game, if he gets injured between now and the 3rd, and I'm not wishing that, I'm just speaking that hypothetical. If that was to happen, we can't rely on Odegaard. We can't rely on him to get us over the line. Marino can only do so much. Zubimendi can only do so much. See, this Odegaard is not the man. The players look over him at him during the game tonight. Did anybody look at him and go, you know what? He's going to get us over the line. Odegaard's going to get us over the line tonight. No.
There's nothing in his game to give me any kind of confidence to say that this guy's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. I've seen this guy duck out of tackles, literally He ducked out of tackles.
Yeah, he did.
A tackle.
He did it
You know what I
tonight.
mean? Yeah.
He did it tonight. He pulled out one tonight. But this is what I'm saying is like you're in a semifinal, cup semifinal against a rival away from home. You're on the front foot and you pulling out tackles. You're supposed to be telling everybody, let's turn the knife. You're supposed to be walking everybody when the ball goes out for throwing. Hey, let's go. Let's turn the knife. Turn it. Let's go. Let's turn the knife. Let's go. Pick up the pace. Let's go.
Yep.
What did you see tonight? Walking
around. You saw Gabriel coming. You know when he was making. You said, "Come on, guys, come on." Just quickly as well. I mentioned it earlier to DJB, and obviously when you get a chance to watch the footage, and I posted it on one of our other chats, Matty, when Declan Rice was coming out of the tunnel for the second half of the game. It looked like there's some altercation between him and Airport Albert, and Gabriel Mangalese had to kind of get in between them. So I don't know what's going on or whatever. Need to probably look into that a little bit. I'm sure somebody will cover it. I saw it and I posted it on the Top Gooners Dross chat. So but what I should have done was like screen record it, but you just get caught up in the thing and that. So my son wanted to see it again. So he said, we wind it back before they kick off. So we wound it back and you could see that. So I don't know what was said when they're coming out the dressing room or what, but he didn't look happy at all.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably saying, why is Odegaard coming out for the second half or something? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I don't know.
You know, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what it is, but there will be frustrations within this team if we don't get the job done.
Yeah, no doubt about
Players
that.
will start getting frustrated.
Of course they will.
And if Havertz gets shoehorned into this team and Gyökeres gets benched, I've said to this Matty time and time again,
he will find a way.
That is an accident waiting to happen. That is when unrest will start creeping into this football team. You see it tonight. He couldn't wait to get Havertz onto that pitch. He's got Eze there, and as Matty said, you bring on Kai Havertz when he's just coming back from injury.
A game like that.
In a cup semi-final.
What does that say?
When you've got Eze scoring hat-tricks against your North London rivals and everything else.
You know,
it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Big up all. We're going to stink out a 0-0 at the Emirates.
That's going to be goals in that game.
Big up for your super chat. Yeah, do you know what? Depends how cautious.
Yeah,
Chelsea will go for it. I think this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be goals in that game.
Go for it. Chelsea will go for it.
Yeah, they're going
to. I'm not sure. Matty, let me ask you this, and Norsky. How do we go? How is this manager going to go into that game? Because Chelsea are going to go into the game. They're going to chase it. This manager looks like he likes to play on the front foot. This Liam Senior. What do we do now? Do we go in cautiously with the 3-2 lead, or do we go to kill the game off? Do we go attack? What's this manager going to do? Because he's never been in this position in a semi-final.
If JB,
this is new to him.
If he goes into that game and he changes the lineup from what he had tonight, the suit players, like if Kai Havertz starts that game, Odegaard, Marino, if he starts tinkering, doing stupid stuff, you can just go ahead and book it. It's over. And this is what keeps me up at night is he going to just let the guys play? Put the players out there that was out there tonight. I know Odegaard was out there, but you got the mainstays out there. That's why I didn't too much. I just wasn't sweating too bad. Declan Rice, and Zubi, like I said, Zubi's going great. I've said time and time, week in, week out. Going forward, I have no problem with Zubi going forward. It's on the defensive side, but that's a whole philosophy thing because I'm seeing. Once again, this is what I keep telling you all. I'm seeing when we that we don't understand. It's something going on here with this manager where he does not understand how to dictate the pace of a game when you have the lead. He turns a game gets away, and it was just like that. 20 minutes there when the second half started. Just under siege.
Yeah.
And see, What I'm afraid of is that when we play the second leg, that's how Chelsea's going to start the game.
Yeah.
And it's JB said, if they get a goal early,
Mm.
oh, well, we got to come forward. And if they get another goal, then, oh, yeah, it's going to get real interesting then.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people will say, well, they're not going to score 2 goals. Well, they scored 2 tonight.
Mm.
They scored 2 tonight.
And the funny thing about it was that the game, I thought going to the bridge tonight, this evening, I thought that Chelsea would have come out really fast at the things. But if you notice, they were they not conservative, wasn't that, but you saw them trying to play the ball out the back. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, well, carry on doing that because you're not doing it very well. Do you know what I mean? But as you says, it's that quickness of you're 2-0 up and you're thinking, right, finish the game. And then all of a sudden, bang, they're down the other end, and you've got Garnacho of all the people. I said it in my match reaction of all the people that score against us, and 2 at that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Left
I don't
3.
think I've ever seen Garnacho score 2 goals in my life.
It has to be Arsenal.
First touch of the ball.
Yeah.
First touch of the ball. Gift that keeps giving it, mate. That's what we are.
First touch of the ball. But my biggest worry is as well, though, we keep saying about everything. This manager's been in the job for all this time at Arsenal, but he's breaking into new territory now. He's going into a semi-final with a lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to manage it.
He never went into a semi-final against PSG with a lead. We were 1-0 down. Newcastle, we were losing. We lost our home tie. He's now going in with a lead. How does he do it? Because he likes to play a bit cautiously. He don't like to throw the kitchen sink out of it. He likes to keep it tight. He likes to keep it all possession based. He likes to slow the game down. He might not have a choice in that second leg. He might not have a choice because Chelsea are going to come out the traps and they're going to be flying.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to play a little bit. He's going to have to take the handbrake off, if you like, if you want to call it that. He's going to have to play with some sort of on the front foot. He's going to have to, and that's what worries me because if he does that, and you've got Saka not playing well, Odegaard not playing well, and then Trossard plays well for half a game, and then he brings on Havertz, and that's the worry. That is the worry for me. So this is a whole new thing for this manager again. This is it. How does he go into this game? But as I said, I'm glad we've got the lead. I still think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I feel better.
But it's not going to be easy.
Well, DJ, honestly, I feel better going into the second leg with a lead versus I would have if I felt like it was tied or if we were behind. I actually think we can get something at home. I don't think it'll be easy, and I think that what would have been identical, what would have been ideal for everybody was that, like you said, we're going home 4-1, 3-1. You got a solid lead. Just basically do what you need to do. You score a goal, it's pretty much done. Now, like I said, it's 2-3, and like I said, it doesn't take but a couple of goals, and that game everything turns upside down. And we have a lot of problem with momentum, as we saw tonight, 2-3. We have a lot of problem with momentum at times, and so it's all about how we start the game. It's all about how he goes into the game. I still think we'll pull it out. I still think we'll win probably 2-1, but it's not. It's going to be nervy. It's going to be sweating, and it's going to take a lot. And everybody's going to have to be on it, man, because it's critical for these players to win that game to get to the final. They need to get to the final, and we'll talk about winning it once they get there. But they've got to at least get to the dance. They've got to get there.
Yeah, 100%. How do you reckon they would have felt going into the City game if Chelsea had have nicked that equaliser and made it 3-3? Do you think this team would have overcome it this season, or do you think that would have had an effect on them? Being 2-0 up, 3-1 up. If Chelsea had nicked that equaliser tonight, do you reckon that could have been damaging going forward?
It would have been damaging, but I don't know if it would have been end of the world. I think if they don't win the next game. I think if they don't win the second leg, we we're still having these problems. That's when you're gonna have to start looking around and addressing why we still having these same problems, why we can't get over the line. See, then now it goes back to the manager again. We're back to having that discussion again. Can this manager get us over the line? And guess what, DJ? That narrative will haunt him throughout this season, regardless, because we're 6 points clear. But is that 6 points clear enough to get us over the line when he's shown already that he can't? That's what the players are probably. That's what the media and everybody was sitting there thinking about. This is why the manager's going to have to change the narrative. He's going to have to change the narrative about himself.
Yeah.
Next leg.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen as well, guys? Sorry, you're saying about there's a number of scenarios here where the pressure will start to build from all different angles.
Yeah.
Because you've got the situation where you got the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-finals. You're also sitting top of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Right. So it's all right saying, yeah, we're top of the blah, blah, blah. All right. And he wants to finish there. But it's not about the group stages. It's the knockout stages now. So you've got pressure there.
2 legs again.
Yeah. To raise again. Then you've got the whole thing of maintaining that 6-point gap. We should have done that. The Liverpool game, Stinkfest FC, that's what we was, where we had the chance, to go 8 points clear. And what did we do? We absolutely went there just to say, right, let's just not lose the game. And you saw that evidently. You could watch the game and go, we actually did not. Or was it 9 points clear, shall I say? Because they currently 6 points behind us at the moment.
Yeah.
Is it 6 points?
6 points.
Yeah. And so you had the chance to go 9 points clear. And we literally bottled it yet again. When we're meant to do what we're meant to do, when it matters, we don't do it. And so we're going to have all these different things going on, making sure that the team is fit for purpose. Yeah, we're hearing that Mascara, we're not too sure how long he's going to be off. You've got Calafiori with a muscle injury. You got to think about bringing in Miles Lewis-Skelly because you can't keep playing Timber at left back because that's not where he's meant to be. He's meant to be at right back. Yeah, so Miles Lewis is going to have to step up his game, but is he going to step up the game? No, because he has the game time. 2, he's not a left back. So you're going to have all of these different scenarios going on, and it's whether he's going to be able to keep everything all in check. And when it really matters, and when the pressure, when everything, the walls start to close in, this is when you're going to need your big players like Declan Rice, because he's going to look at this and go, listen, guys, I've won a Conference League. I've been there, done it, seen it. Yeah, we're that close. Come on. Odegaard doesn't give you that vibe. Odegaard don't give you that vibe to say, come on, lads. You see it on the pitch. He just stands there. He does not give me any hope. Any hope or like, guy, he's a captain. He's giving a captain. All he does is he runs around pretending to look busy. That's all it is.
If I'm on the pitch and I'm playing, there's only a few players I'm looking at. I'm looking at Magalhaes. I'm looking at Declan Rice. I'm looking at Timber.
Yeah.
All 3 of them have won trophy. Well, not Magalhaes, excuse me, but Timber and Declan. And because they know what it takes to get over the line. Both of those 2 know exactly what it takes. And I think, if I can remember correctly, I think Timber was in on having to win out coming down the stretch to win the title with Ajax. And so he understands the importance of being locked in. Declan knows Fiorentina, the conference league.
Yep.
You're there trying to win silverware. He knows what's, like you said, semifinals, what it takes to get over this line. These are players I'm leaning on. I'm not leaning on Odegaard. I'm just, hey man, just don't mess us up. Yeah, even Kepa. Why are you joking? Even Kepa too. Yeah, because he was silverware. So even at that, I'm not looking at Odegaard. As far as I'm concerned, I'm walking over to Odegaard before the game and I'm saying, don't fuck this up. Pardon my French, DJ.
No, it's fine, man. Does he play Kepa in the second leg?
Yeah, he will. Yeah, I think he will.
I think he's probably did that actually.
Yeah, and I'm not too worried. I'm not crazy as it sounds. I'm not too worried about it. To be honest with you, I'm not too worried about Kepa in goal as much as I am about having him bring in Havertz in for no reason and Odegaard sticking the joint out and Saka being off the ball. Because I'm extremely concerned about this Odegaard. because it's just getting worse by the game with him. Now it's starting to get worse by the game. You know, he had a little, pop up there, and then next thing you know, he's going back, and he's regressing. I'm telling you, I counted at least 4 times tonight that I looked at. There was passes. That was just one pass. One pass. And he just can't do it. He can't do it. He cannot do it. And he's 27 years old, 26, 27, or might even be 28 years old. It's not going to show up overnight. If he's doing that, if it's like this now, he's going to always be like this. Mm-hmm. And this is why I just wish, speaking of Marino, I just wish Marino had just a little bit more pace. Yeah. A little bit more pace about him. And I'll be like, put Marino, just don't even, just enough to go forward. But he just doesn't have the pace to put in a marathon of a game. And it catches up with him towards the end. But if Marino had just about, if I could just give him just a little bit more pace, I'd be like, get Odegaard out here and bring him back in here, because he is diabolical, man. He is diabolical, fellas.
It is a concern, isn't it? Because we've got this squad depth now. We've got players sitting on the bench that can come on and do the business, and yet he's keeping players on far too long. And it's clear. It's clear there's changes needed to be made. As I said, I'm over the moon that we're taking a 3-2 lead, any lead at the Emirates, and I think it's going to be good enough at the Emirates. I really do. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if we go out of this competition now. I mean, I can't imagine.
I'd be outraged.
Yeah,
I can't imagine if we get dumped out, because I'm going to that second leg.
I think that'd be a monumental night that night. If we get put out,
I'm telling you now, there will be all night streams going all night long.
Don't worry.
We would have to do 24 hours. Shane's here, Northside, Matty, you'll have to go live. You'll have to go live. Honestly, that will be an absolute meltdown if we get knocked out of that second leg. Extra time and penalty. Does it go straight to penalties or extra time in the semi-final?
Extra time and penalties in the final.
It's extra time and penalties,
Extra time and penalties. It could be a long night. I could be rolling in at 2 o'clock in the morning, not even going to Wembley.
Was it? I'm thinking about. Was it the Olympiacos one? Was it? What game was it?
We were extra time and got put out on penalty at Olympiacos. In the Europa League,
Oh, jeez, I'm getting those vibes.
Don't worry, we got put out the FA Cup with 10 Men United last year.
I know.
At home. So I have to remind folks, at home.
10 man. Remember that, guys. Remember that.
I told Lee tonight, and I'm gonna mention on my fan account too. If we lose this opportunity to win this trophy, I am going to lose it next week. You hear me? I am going to absolutely lose it, because I have been one of the main.
Is it a sackable right there, Matty?
I'd sack him on the spot, man, if I could, because
if we go out, is that
it is.
Would that change the direction of a lot of these fans towards this manager?
Well, I don't know if it'll change a lot of these fans, but it is definitely anybody that's on the fence would definitely start to wake up.
Yeah, because the ones that are on the fence,
because it's another feather in the cap of can he get us over the line?
Yeah,
you're gonna have to start having that discussion now. Much as we've had that discussion all year, gentlemen, and we've been on panels and shows and talked to friends and family. They're going to have to start having to listen to that now and think about it, because if it happens, you have to have the discussion, because we're in a situation now where we should be winning the semifinal. And if he cannot get us to the final to win,
big up Rashid, my friend.
Rashid, what's up, big brother? If we cannot get to the and win the final, then we're going to be back to having those discussions again, and that same discussion is going to come back up again in the league. It's even going to come back up in the FA Cup when we start playing tougher teams. It's going to start coming back up. And then before you know it, now that narrative is back on us. And then, this is why I say this imperative. I've been saying it since the first day of the season. We have to find a way to win the Carabao Cup. I don't care about it being a Monaco. I don't care anything about it being a tin pot. I don't care anything about how small. It is
It's the
so
catalyst to
rewarding.
go on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the
It's
catalyst.
putting it's
DJ,
putting the
I know
demons to
it.
bed and getting on with the rest of the life.
As a coach, when I used to coach in the States here, you have your league, your division, you got your tournaments, then you've got your division, then you got your state tournament, then you
Good
got
point.
your championship. I used to always tell them, I want to finish at the top of the table. I want to win the division. I want to make sure we win the state final, and then I want to get to the championship and win that, because I knew if we could win one, we can get the other one. Then in their minds, they've already started thinking, we've done this, we can do this, we can do it. It's one thing to have to do it backing into a tournament, underdog status, that you're playing with house. I always say you're playing with house money, like Chelsea's playing with house money. That's why I say it's dangerous. This is one of the worst case scenarios, because they don't have, nobody's expecting them to win. So they're going to say, you know what? They're not expecting us to win. Let's just go out and just have a shot at it.
Yeah.
And then you wind up like with Crystal Palace and Wigan, Manchester City. You remember that? Nobody thought Wigan was winning it. Well, it was the way the hell.
Right. Yeah.
That Manchester City team. No way. What happened? Show up, had a goal. They shut it down, win 1-0. So this is what I'm saying. It's imperative. It is absolutely imperative that we find a way to win this trophy. I don't care what Egal and them talking about. I don't care nothing about it talking about. I'm not even thinking about the Premier League right now. Because right now my mind is fixated on February the 3rd. February 3rd, I wish it was next week. That's how bad I wanted to be over with. I wish we were playing them next week just so we could get that out the way. Because I want us to get to this final. Then I won't match. People say that I won't Manchester City just so you can defeat that demon.
Yep.
They've got to learn how to do that. They've got to learn how to.
But that's the next thing, though, Matty, isn't it? It's all right getting to the final, but we've still got to go and win it.
Yeah.
I don't want a situation where you just sort of like going, oh, that's it. He's done it. He's got to the final. You're still going to come across the same problem. You're still going to come across the same criticism.
But for these guys to latch onto this manager and keep him, even if we get to the final and lose the final, what they're going to turn around and say is, look, he's taken us to a final. That's the narrative. He's taken us to a final. That I can hear it now. He's taking us to a final.
Rashid's in the chat. He knows. He's probably written them all, man. He knows what they'll say if we get to a final and lose it. The pressure is on us to win. We've already risked a lot of players in this competition. Yeah, big up, level-headed Rashid, man. Big up, my friend.
They're going to say that, Normski. And you know what I'm going to say? He has yet to get us over the line. You can keep saying you got us to finals all day. We ain't won one. Yeah, you keep getting the finals. You ain't won one. What does that make you a loser? You still ain't won a final. You still ain't won one. And until he gets over the line and win a final, he's a nearly man. He's a nearly man.
He's a Gareth Southgate.
Yeah.
This is a really good point. It only one goal in the tie. Any of our main players could be injured. So this manager has to play the next 5 games smartly and rotate most games. Brilliant point, Todd. Big up to you, my friend. Make sure you're subbing to my 2 guests, Southern Gooner and Normski TV, and make sure you're subbing as well. And big up to you, my friend. What's your take on this? Because that's a great point.
100%.
He's got to start. He's got to really be smart in these games coming up now, isn't he? Because you got that Carabao Cup. What does he do against Forest? Does he bring in Eze? Does he use his squad now? Because he's now thinking see, this is what I'm saying. This is all new to him.
Yeah.
He's batting on 4 fronts. Every game's a cup final now. He's got the squad. He's been given all the tools. Players are now back from injury. What does he do? What does he do, Norms?
He has to. He must. It's a must. He must. But will he? That's the question. We know he has to do it. But will he? Is he just gonna? I mean, look. You see this, right? People are gonna look at the Nottingham Forest game that's coming up, and I mean, you've heard people say, that they would rather of put in a weakened side for this game, and then priority the Nottingham Forest game, because as far as they're concerned, this cup is a tin pot cup. So weakened side, but you go strong against Nottingham Forest. At every opportunity that you have a chance to win a cup,
Yep.
you go and play your strong side. Simple things, right? Right. Man City, Chelsea, all these guys. Just muting myself. All these guys, right, had that as their springboard. Yeah. So can you imagine winning the Carabao Cup? And if we are still 6 points clear, that's gonna give us such a boost and a lift. You know, that's when Declan Rice, the likes of Timber and them man are gonna come in and get into their heads. Get Odegaard. He's just gonna be still wiping snot over his hair. Forget him, right? We need the key players like Gabriel and these mans getting these guys in and say, "Come on, right? This is now where we need to move. Rip up what Arteta's doing and just take the game by the scruff of the neck and go for it."
Yeah, facts.
That's what it
Facts.
is.
Matty, I mean, you know, there is big games coming. I mean, intimate. The Champions League, he can rest players, can't he?
Yeah,
There's an opportunity right there.
both Champions League games he needs to rest. And I would use those games to play Kai Havertz.
Yeah, they're the games you got to play Kai Havertz in. Yeah,
Games. Get him up to speed in those because that's low risk.
Yeah.
Low risk. Both of those games are low risk.
yeah, no, facts. You got to play Havertz in the Milan game.
Yep.
Get him up to scratch. You got
Yeah.
the carry-out game. Put him in there.
Yep.
The lowest we can finish, is probably 6th.
If
The
we
lowest
lose,
we
them
can
two,
finish.
if we lose
them
in Champions
two
League
games.
games,
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he
that's
wants
if
to finish
everyone
top.
wins theirs, though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. That's if everyone. But I'm saying he needs to finish top of the pile. That's his team, so he can have another stat. Yeah, so he can say, yes, we've been the best team in
See,
the league
this is-
format.
This is what I was going to ask you.
It's
Lawrence.
all about ticking box, tick, tick. Yeah, we've done it. Feed it now. Feed it to the masses. Hope. Yeah, man. Give us some hope, man. Give me some hope. That's what it is.
Ready to shoot out.
Can you imagine if he puts a full strength team out against Milan and we end up with 2 injuries and we got Chelsea like in a couple of weeks' time?
But then that sound like something he would do. Doesn't that sound like something he would do? That sound like,
You don't put it past him. You wouldn't put it past him.
you want to put it past? Would not be surprised if we saw that if we was to get Normski get the team sheet and you drop it in our group, I'll look down and probably go, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We can't. We got to rotate. And in every opportunity, if we're cruising against Nottingham Forest, which I don't think we will, I think it's going to be tough. Do your rotations. Get Eze on. He should be starting Eze in certain games. Why can't he start Eze against Nottingham Forest? Drop Odegaard. Put Eze in there. Why not?
Yep.
Why not? He's good enough to start against Nottingham Forest. You're not weakening your team by starting Eze against Nottingham Forest.
Nope.
Why can't he start Madueke? Drop Saka against Nottingham Forest. These are the things he's got to start doing because players have to take the consequences for their bad performances.
Yeah.
This is the situation we was in last year when we didn't have the squad depth. Players could turn up. They could get changed in the changing rooms, have their chat, have their pre-meal, do what they like, go out on the pitch, stroll around, knowing that their place is safe, knowing that they can rock up the following game and it's going to be all okay. There's your boots, there's your top, away you go. This season, with this squad depth, it should be different. You're not performing, you're now on the bench. You're not performing, you're now on the bench.
Yep.
Go on, Eze. Go and make a name for yourself. You know, and this is what we've got to start doing because, and as Matty said, everyone's been quick to criticise Gyökeres. Let's see if Saka now gets the same criticism. Because by his standards, he's fallen off.
Yeah, absolutely.
He would, if you would have put him in a room and it was you interviewing him one-on-one, off camera, no camera, he'd tell you himself, I hadn't really played that well this year.
Absolutely.
He knows it. just because the standards he holds to himself.
Exactly.
What we've got to do is we've got to also build on this striker scoring tonight. He scored tonight. Okay, cool. We need to be getting him involved next game. We need to get 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
We need to get him where the confidence, because when you start getting goal after goal after goal, guess what comes with that? Confidence. Then he just finds out of nowhere, he starts finding ways to score.
Yeah.
You'll
be amazed. You'll be absolutely amazed.
Yeah. And what did I tell you, Norski? What did I tell you earlier this season? I said, I would love to have him get on form coming down the stretch.
Yeah.
Because if you got him on form coming down the stretch, that completely turns the title, this whole title.
Absolutely. 100. Man scoring, you're thinking, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And the other thing you always said, Matty, was you saying, like, with other teams, there's going to be one team. There's going to be one team that somehow just go on a madness, right? Which will affect things.
Yep.
Listen, let's see if Glock can go on a madness. Play him into form. Don't then, not play him in the thing. I mean, it was crazy what Arteta did tonight. Forcing Kai Havertz into a midfield position when you played him as a striker all last season. Whenever he got to play and whatever, you leave out Eze, who is a midfielder, proper midfielder, much better than Kai Havertz. Yeah, because when he was making the change, I was thinking, was he bringing Glock and Kai is going to go for? I didn't even see Jesus, and then when I see Jesus coming on, I'm thinking, what's going on here? What is going on here?
Crazy. I said this earlier on, Rashid. Big up, my friend. I said I said to Normski earlier in the stream before Brother Matty came on. I said, if you watched Gorkarez's celebration, he didn't go mad. He didn't sort of, give it all that for ages and ages. He just sort of went like that and brought it straight back down. And he was looking at the fans as if to say, yeah, look, I've taken some stick, but, and he needed that. Yeah, it's a good point. Good point, Rashid. He needed that tonight. And I was pleased for him because, listen, I've been disappointed with Gorkarez. I can't lie. I'm not going to lie. I have been disappointed with him. I know he's not. I know the system don't suit him. I know the manager throws strikers under a bus. I know that. But he's also got to show me a little bit more. And tonight, I thought he done that. So big up to Gorkarez, and I hope long may it continue, because no matter how bad he's playing, I don't want Havertz as my main striker. I've been down that road. I don't want to go down that road.
But see, JB, that's what I'm saying. It's like everybody keep going back, want to revert back to Havertz, and I'm like, y'all seen this? Why would you want to go back to the scene of that crime? You've seen the body outlined on the ground.
Said it on Dan's channel last night.
Yeah, you've seen the body outlined in chalk on the line. You keep going back to the scene of the crime, investigating, looking for something new. There's nothing there. The man's done. We've seen it. It's over. We don't have to keep watching that over and over. We know it. When he was in front of goal tonight and slipped up, it just fell on the ground. That's him. That is mid-season form Havertz. It's just like when Odegaard came back. What did I say when Odegaard came back? I said he's in mid-season form already. And what are you seeing? He's in mid-season form. This is who he is. He's who some of these players are. This is why I keep telling people. After this season, there needs to be a look at moving past some of these players.
You've got to move them on. Move them on. Martinelli's in with that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Upgrade.
Martinelli's in that frame. Yeah. He's a player I'd move on.
Yeah, we got to start upgrading some of these players, because some of these players are part of the reason why we're being held back. Nobody wants to do that.
No one wants to talk about it.
Yeah, and if by any chance we happen to win the Premier League, going into next season with this same squad of players, and I'm talking about the players that need to be moved on, the likes of Man United, the likes of City, the likes of Chelsea, these players are going to improve. So don't think we can just sit back on our laurels, and we have to defend the title. So we need better players to go in and do it.
Yeah,
because you can't be doing it the way we're playing. I mean, if we get over the line playing like this, I'll take my hat off. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'll just say we need an upgrade on a number of players.
I said it yesterday. I've been saying it. My biggest fear is if we win major this year and this manager gets another 3-4 years contract, this manager is still going to stick with his same philosophy.
Yep.
And he's still going to stick with his same players, Odegaard, and all of this. So as much as you'll be celebrating this year, you'll spend the next 3-4 years trophyless again.
Yeah, frustrated.
Because players now need to be moved on.
Yep.
In the summer. If you can get money for Martinelli, move him on. Odegaard, he's another one. Yeah. And there's many, many more. We need to freshen it up. And that is why I always say that is why you need to freshen up the manager as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because players get stale, players get stuck in a rut with the same system. Because this manager sticks to the same system week in, week out.
Yep.
Same, he plays the same way. Possession base, positional base. Yeah, he doesn't play any different. And players get fed up with it. Get fed up with it.
Yeah, and not only that, if as you said, if he wins the league, that's credit in the bank for him.
Yeah.
And it don't matter what he does. He can come mid-table. They're going to turn and say, "Come on, guys, he just won your Premier League," and they'll reel off all the other stats on top of that. It
won't matter what we do for the next 2-3 years. As long as he wins us the league, they'll be happy with whatever he does after that.
And they'll just keep coming back to that. He's won the league. He won the league. Not good enough.
Oh, but we have Zubimendi now. He creates more than Partey. That's Top Gooner's argument, Matty.
Yeah. Well, all right. That's what you say.
Yeah. That's what Rashid. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. Man said he gal, bro. That guy isn't an Arsenal fan. Oh man. Do you know something?
You know something?
Yeah. No, but it is so. What's your thoughts about this weekend then, guys? What do you reckon the Nottingham Forest going to be? Is it going to be a walk in the park? Is he going to rotate? Is he going to bring some players in?
I think.
How do you see the game going, Matty?
I think we'll win 2-1. We're gonna make it really. It's gonna be really difficult. Oh, we're away or home.
Away.
Very difficult. Might even be 3-2.
Wow.
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, it's hard, man. You see the football they play when they and Norsky. What have I said all year long? Teams that play with the ball on the floor pose a major problem to our team.
Yep.
And they can play with the ball on the floor, and they've got to get results. They've got to find a result because they're fighting to stay out of relegation. So they're coming to get 3 points, at minimum 1. So if they have to take 1 point off of us, then they'll by all means they'll take it. They will prefer to 3, but they'll definitely be there to take at least something off of us this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the problem here this weekend. If we don't get maximum points here, we got to go. We can't go get 1 because we've already wasted that chance. We wasted that last week. So we've got to get 3 points. We got to find 3. The game tonight against Chelsea was not for 3 points. The game on Saturday is for 3 points. Yeah, we got to get 3 points out of this.
It's a must win because we dropped points against Liverpool. We can't drop points again.
Yeah. You drop two games back to back and watch what happens real quick in this league.
Yeah. Suddenly, how I look at it, Norms, before you come in, like, we don't get the job done against Nottingham Forest. We've gone from potentially being 8 points clear to only 3 points in front.
Yeah.
That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah.
So last week, we could have gone 8 points clear. This week, we could only be 3. That could turn 3 into 3 points.
Yeah.
If you're Man City, you're thinking, hang on a minute. A week ago, we could have been 8 points behind these. We're only 3 points behind now. So,
So for them, that's what I'm saying. They'll look at that game, the Liverpool game, and think, okay, they didn't take the chance. We Man City have got a couple of players missing out, injured long term, and that. But what they do have is a strike force, and now that they got Semenyo on one side, Doku on the other side, I said it, and I put it in one of our chats to say that Semenyo is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem, and you want to be going to City, right? With at least
brilliant Semenyo.
Yeah, you want to be going to City with at least 9 points clear to probably double figures, but I just can't see it happening.
Excuse me, no, it's not cut across. scoot out of here because Lee said he's ready for the fan camp.
Okay,
So I'm out of here, y'all.
Yeah, big up,
Yeah,
Matty.
yeah.
Thanks ever so much.
Matt,
What I'm going to
big
do,
up,
I'm
man.
going to,
Every time.
I'll raid over to Lee. What's he on the Lee Reacts?
He's going to be on his regular channel for the emergency stream.
I'll raid over to him.
That should be right after I get off with my fan camp.
Matty, big up
fellas.
to Matty. Make sure you're subbing to Matty. An
Much
absolute pleasure, as always, my friend. Absolute legend. Big up to Matty. Thanks, brother. Cheers,
Matty,
brother.
take care, bruv. Yeah. So I was going into that Nottingham Forest game. It's good. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy game, as Matty said. Could be 2-1, 3-2. Could be a draw. They have got the likes of Hudson Odoi, these quick wingers. They've got that player, is it Jesus up front, who can hold up a ball well. Yeah, I mean, there's 7 points. They've just beat West Ham. They've just beat West Ham away. So they've gone 7 points clear of West Ham at the moment. But yeah, the way Sean Dyche have got them set up, not going to be easy. And yeah, we just got to go there. It just depends on how he's going to rotate the side. It's Wednesday today, so is what they've got 1, 2, 3, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days rest. So after late afternoon kickoff, innit? Evening kickoff at 5:30. So yeah, it's not going to be easy. I think we will win, but it's going to be a hard fought win.
You think we're going to? You think we should beat Forest? We should beat Forest.
No, it's not going to be a walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination.
However, they need points.
Yeah.
They need points, so they're going to make it difficult. Sean Dyche is going to have a game plan. He always does. He's an astute manager when he's down there. It's going to be physical. I can see it being very similar to the Sunderland game away. And I can see Leeds being like it as well. These next two, see, we don't seem to have many problems when we play the big teams. We know what to expect.
But yes, the smaller.
These are the games that we kind of struggle with. And although they're easy fixtures on paper, listen, no game's easy this time of the year season.
Look at the game they gave Newcastle, Leeds. Look at the game they gave Newcastle.
Yeah. No game's easy. I think we'll win it 2-1. But I can easily see it being 1-1. I can easily see it be a draw.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can easily see it being a draw, Norms. But yeah, I mean, it is happy. I mean, we're late. We've got half a foot in the Wembley door. That's how you got to look at it. We've got half a foot in the Wembley door.
Yeah,
we're
mate.
6 points clear. Let's get the job done against Nottingham Forest. Gorka has scored as well. Odegaard's still putting a stinker in. Saka's not up to his best. And the magic, it rolls on. Let's get some of these chats. Bev, we want Arsenal to be great again, except Sigaui's pocketing off our club. Yeah, they're all in it for clicks. I do fear that this session will be the toughest one to take. Arteta is a disaster of a manager who has defrauded the fans for years. Lee Gunner and you have been right after Arteta for years. Yeah, I mean, he's been nicking a living. This is the season he's got to deliver, my friend.
Stand and deliver. Your money or your life.
Standards, isn't it? It's standards. I mean, Carabao Cup, does it keep him his job? In other people's eyes and probably the owners, FA Cup keeps him his job. In my eyes, I think it should be the Premiership.
Not for the money that you spent. No.
Not for the money he's spent and the time he's been at the club and the squad he's built and the expectations of the fans now, or most of the fans.
Yeah.
It's minimum for me, Premiership. That's it. Another hater, honestly, why are you ever praising Arteta? Please praise him for once. Praised him, done a good job. Team won tonight. Could have been a lot easier. The team have won. And listen, I've said that he's brought some good things to the football club. I've always said that. I just feel that he's not the right manager for my club going forward long term.
Right.
And until he gets over the line, he's still got a lot to prove. Because there's more evidence of failure with this manager than there is success. Yep. You can't keep calling runners-up success. You can't call competing winning. Two different words. Winning and competing is two different words. You don't have an athlete compete not to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah. Need to
the
see
likes of man like Usain Bolt weren't happy to turn up and just run every Olympics.
No,
He weren't happy just to compete. That's sport, I'm afraid. That's the nature of the beast. You get paid big bucks. You're at a big club.
you win.
We demand trophies. Third biggest club in England. If you can't deliver trophies, find someone else that can. And if that person can't, you find someone else that can. Like Abramovich did with Chelsea.
Yep.
That one didn't work, sack him. That one didn't work, sack him. Oh, that one's worked, we'll keep him on. Oh, no, now he's starting to lose, sack him. Real Madrid. Look at them. Depends what you want out of your football club. It depends what you want.
If we're just there for the journey and the ride and that, then that's
fine.
it. Yeah, you're just going to go down there and have a great time. Have a fairground, put in the middle of the
feel good factor
pitch.
FT.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, then fine, stick with Arteta. But whether you like it or not, you got to come to terms with it.
Yeah.
If this manager fails this season and doesn't win major trophies this season, if we go out of the Carabao Cup, if we don't win the Premiership, and we go out the Champions League, he's being shown the door. And you can all rent, all your posters can come off your bedroom walls. It's all over. This manager will definitely lose his job if he doesn't get success this season. No matter what he's achieved, that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. All right, I agree with you in this. For a don't win major like Premier, UCL, then sack him because he has a squad he needs. 100%. He's had over £1 billion, my friend. Yep. And big up to you, my friend. Make sure you sub and smash the like. Big up to you. And I respect you, honestly, 100%. I don't know about you, Norms, right? But you support your club how you want to support your club. I haven't got a problem with people that back the manager, like Dan and all of that. I haven't got a problem with it. I have a problem with what is realistic and what is delusional. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
And my other biggest problem is when you've got people like Normsky and Matty, and just because we've got a difference of opinion doesn't make us less Arsenal fans than anyone else.
Yeah. And that we want Arsenal to lose. I mean, that's the narrative that's been chucked at us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Tonight, DJB, mate.
You was gutted, Norms, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, I was absolutely gutted. I couldn't believe it. Arsenal winning again. Come on.
When we were 3-1 up, I bet you was kicking the cat and
mate.
I
wanted to rip the TV off the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, disgusting, wasn't it, man?
Can't be having that.
Disgusting.
I mean,
when Zubamendi slapped that ball in, mate, I was going mad. I thought, here we go. I started looking at routes to Wembley. I mean, crazy. I was getting ahead of myself. Then I thought, hang on a minute. Let's keep your feet on the ground.
Right, every now and again, a little positive that comes up in that.
Let's calm it down. We've still got Arteta in us. Yeah.
Mate, my missus had to come down from upstairs and she give me a clap in the head and goes, "Oi, keep it down." I was making the most noise. Yeah, I'm not faking it. You know what I mean? My son, what he does when I've lost it in terms of us winning, and that he records me and then puts it on his whatever I don't know where he sends it out to his mates and all that, and they're killing themselves laughing because I want this team to win.
Of course we want to win. Of course we want to win. But the fact of the matter is, what I'm trying to say, right, is when you've been let down so many times, it's human nature that you're going to be fearful.
Cautious.
You're going to be cautious. You're going to be fearful. You're going to ask the questions. See, I can't get my head round when fans scream about we've got the best squad in Europe and the best squad in the world. And yet they want to revert back to the same 11 that didn't get us over the line in previous seasons.
It's
I was
baffles me,
on
mate.
Dan Potts's last night and I had to have the popcorn moment because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'm thinking, you're telling me that you want to revert back to the same 11, all but Zubamendi, that couldn't get us over the line last year. You're gassing up Kai Havertz when you was waxing livercalls about Gorkarez signing, giving it all that on streams. Oh, we're going to be doing this in the Emirates.
Yep.
You know? And he's the missing piece, the missing jigsaw, the missing this. All he needs is a striker.
Look at the reception he had on pre-season. They rolled out the red carpet for him. He walked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now,
Eze, look what he got at the Emirates, first home game of the season. Everyone was going, oh, Eze. Yeah. And mocking Spurs, they never got him. Mocking Spurs that they never got him.
No, look.
Man wishes he was at Spurs right now.
Exactly.
I bet he wishes that he gone to Spurs because he can't get a game.
He can't get a game. And he
He
would have
can't even get on
definitely,
semi-final.
got a game for Spurs easily, without a shadow of a doubt.
Eze is sitting there watching Kai Havertz come on in front of him that's just coming back from a knee injury, cruciate, and that's had a grade 3 hamstring. And Eze's sitting on the bench watching this happen. He's played, 70-odd minutes of football in the last 5 matches.
Absolutely crazy.
And these are the fans that were gassing it, taking the mick out of Spurs because he never signed for Spurs. And now they're saying, oh, yeah, but Havertz, once Havertz is back in the team, we're going to move on. This is what Dan was saying yesterday. We'll get even better. Well, why did you want Gorkarez then?
Yep.
Why have you been banging on about the squad depth when you want to revert back to the same 11 that's been there for previous years that never got us over the line? This is what I can't get my head round. So I'm okay with fans. I'm okay with what fans believe in. Just don't talk shit to me. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Talk crap in your own living room and talk crap in your own pub or talk crap on your own. But don't talk crap. Support the club how you want to, but just don't expect us to talk crap with you. Do you know what I mean? This is what I don't understand. And I'm sorry. That should have been minimum 4-1 tonight.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'm sorry. I'm over the moon that we've won. But on the other hand, that should have been minimum 4-1. That was a poor Chelsea team. That was a disjointed back defence that they had. They had no Palmer. They had no Caicedo.
Yeah.
They had a goalkeeper that I could have played better in. Yeah. We should have took them to the sword. This second leg should not have even been a conversation tonight. We should have been talking about Forest.
And now we've left the door slightly ajar.
Yeah, we've left it wide open. We've left it wide open. You got the captain kicking a stinker left, right, and centre. You got Saka, who everyone says he's world class. Looks like he's fallen off of a cliff. So.
And just the other figures to address as well, right, DJB, a lot of these top channels that we won't speak about. And I think it's been put in the chat by Ozzy and E6K, which it makes a very good point. Like a lot of these guys, are calling this a Tin Pot Cup, and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, if it is, you shouldn't even be making content about it. Yeah. You should be having watch-alongs and whatnot. You know what I mean? You don't rate it. We got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost like the last time we won a Premier League, guys, if you haven't realised, it's 22 years ago. The last time we won a Milk Cup or whatever League Cup was in 1993.
1993, Norms.
Right?
My eldest son was 2 years old. Aaron was in nappies last time we won a...
That's right. It was in nappies.
Aaron was running around in nappies. Shane Gooner weren't even eating a breakfast. He was eating his cornflakes.
You know what
He
I
was
mean?
having Farley's rusk.
So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from these guys. Yeah, I don't want to hear from these guys about this and that because they'll be the first one down at the parade and whatnot. Yeah, they're going to be getting their tickets for Wembley.
Yeah.
So come on.
They call us negative for and yet they're disrespecting like the Carabao Cup.
Yeah,
Crazy.
This is what makes me laugh. This is what makes me laugh.
Listen, your manager didn't disrespect it because he played his first team tonight.
Exactly.
Played his strongest 11
Exactly.
that he could. All right, Calafiori weren't playing. I get that, but played his first 11. Chelsea was completely all over the shop.
Mm.
I was 7. I've never seen the club win this cup. I was. See what I mean? Man like Lynch, he's desperate. Man like Lynch, there's some fans in here that's never seen us win the Carabao Cup. That's mad, isn't it? Aaron was in club shop nappies. He was. He was running around in his little shorts and his nappy.
Crazy.
Last time we won the Carabao Cup. Hey, Norms.
Crazy.
1993, Norms. That's mad, isn't it?
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Club like Arsenal. That is shocking. No, that's something that's got to be put right. But, as I said, it might be time to get out of here. Norms, listen. Thank you for coming on the Mingle.
No problem, man. Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry I was a little bit late.
Absolute blast. Nah, leave off, man. I know you was doing your thing. And Matty as well. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to set this up now and go over to Lee. 1 second, everyone. And Matty jumping on as well. Loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, it's great to have a guest on at the Mingle.
Yeah, we do have a guest on. We're gonna get some different guests on the Mingle. And then next week we'll go back to we'll have the Nottingham Forest fallout, won't we, Norms?
Yeah. Let's hope that we get a good result. Hopefully, little bit of interim new manager bounce for Man United. Maybe pick up another draw at home at Old Trafford.
What we can't do, Norms, we can't afford to drop points, mate. A draw would be like a loss.
Yeah, definitely.
A draw would be like a loss, mate, wouldn't it? Absolute loss. So it would just be a nightmare. Right, let's just see what Lee's on. Let's see if Lee's live now, isn't he?
Are you live?
Whoops. North side is Lee live?
Let's have a look now. Lee.
Is Lee live?
No, he's not live yet. Just
North's live, isn't he?
Yeah, North side is live. Yeah, no, Lee, there's 13 people waiting for him. I think he's just because he's going to be doing Matty because he's doing a pre-record with Matty now, isn't it? So,
is he doing a pre-record with Matty? Let's
North side,
live, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Right, we'll go over North side. No worries. Nortski, the chat. I just want to say, big up the chat. Brilliant comments. All your everything. Just make sure that you smash your like. Make sure you sub to. What they got a sub to, Nortski? Shout it out, my friend.
Nortski TV do a podcast on a Wednesday 6:30 every Wednesday 6:30. Obviously, I'm on DJB show straight after my one. There's about an hour or so break. And then I go on other people's channels as well and support them. You know what I mean? Support the community.
Yeah, exactly.
And all we want for Christmas is a trophy.
That's all we want, people. That's all we want. But no, big up the chat. Thank you everyone for coming in and supporting me and supporting everyone. I always say it, people. You make the channel what it is. Definitely. And we've built up a community, and we're not all going to agree with what everyone says. People are not going to agree with what I say. People are not going to agree with what my guests say. And people are not going to agree with one another. But at the end of the day, as long as it's clean, as long as it's respectful, and as long as we respect one another, we're all Arsenal fans at the end of the day, and we're all football fans. So big up to everyone. Stay safe. When we're done here, you are going to go over to Northside, show him some love. Just put DJB Arsenal, DJB Raid. Show Northside some love. He's a good guy. Northside. We're gonna have to get him on. We ain't had Northside on for a while.
No, we haven't. I mean, yeah, because I know
we're getting Northside on the Mingle. Lux, big up, my friend. Big up to Bav, and big up to Lynch and all the people that have come in, and all those that have just discovered me. Thank you very much for coming in. And on that note, stay safe, everyone. Arsenal, good result tonight. Could have been better. Made hard work of it. Some individual performances were okay. Some weren't quite okay. Gorkarez gets his goal. And we move on to Nottingham Forest, people. And there it is. Let's just hope we can get 3 points at Nottingham Forest. Every game there is a cup final from now on in. And the Champions League will be back next week, which I'm looking forward to. So big up to everyone. And bless, and we'll speak to you all soon. Take care, people. Thank you very much indeed.
God
bless.